Ha, march to Costco's.
Yep.
Hey-oh! Spoiler alert.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Internet.
Hey, guys!
The secret ingredient is...
Hey, guys!
All
I'll
right.
blow my voice out before it's...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It
careful with that.
hurts already.
I'll end up with Men's Warehouse voice.
You're going to like how you look. Billy. Poor Billy. Billy
Drink
gets
your
it every
tailored
time.
suit. Billy.
Billy.
I feel bad there's no Mark Dacascos on the poster for American Samurai.
It's not,
I mean, it mentions him
Yeah.
on there.
is that not
but
him in the little tiny version?
I guess.
Oh, tiny Mark
Yeah, but
Lil.
David Bradley's so much bigger.
Little Costco.
Little Costco's.
Little Costco.
Little Kasky.
So,
It is sort of a mark.
Menu Mark.
did I miss anything being gone past couple weeks?
Nope.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
And we didn't miss you.
World
figured.
keeps on spinning.
Yeah.
That's harsh, man.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
the
fine.
truth. It's,
Oh.
I'm bummed.
That's-
I missed 2 weeks worth of freaking Blaxploitation History Month. That pisses me
Yeah,
off.
but you only missed one movie worth watching.
So, you're saying that Black Samson is the one worth watching?
Yeah.
Cleopatra Jones was not?
Nah.
Really?
I like Cleopatra Jones.
It's all right, but you didn't miss anything.
I liked it.
It's not like, oh, dude, you got to.
How did it match up with, like, TNT Jackson?
Much better.
It's better than TNT Jackson.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
pretty good.
slow.
It's pretty good.
Mm.
I like it. Chuck's just wrong.
That's true. I usually am.
Mm-hmm.
Someone tweet. Tweeted.
I'm Facebooking right now.
You're welcome. Somebody send a raven.
Killed them all, sir.
not a raven. Clever nickname retweeted. BMFcast. At BMFcast. Chuck retweeted. Chuck no quarters.
Good old Chuck No Quarters.
Fine. I guess I'll log into Twitter and retweet.
Nicky retweeted.
Blu-ray.com has Full Metal Jacket for $4.99.
That's pretty cheap.
That's a good
Is
deal.
it Blu-ray.com or just Blu-ray.com?
Blue-ray.com.
I knew a Blue-Ray
Yeah.
Yeah.
in high school.
And it is the... I remember the original DVD. They were like, no, full frame only. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Full frame. Yeah. I sold that shit off a long time ago.
Damn right you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit
Yeah.
was garbage.
I think I got a slightly like a not the like big ass collector's edition, but like a special edition.
They've repackaged and repackaged
Yeah, a
this
million
shit so many
times.
times.
But mine was at least widescreen.
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, $4.99.
That's a good deal.
Along with the Blu-ray of 7. $4.99.
That's a good movie. If you like movies.
Eh. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, movies.
I mean, I don't know if I like them enough to like do a podcast about them or anything.
I sure don't.
Yeah.
No.
You got a point there. Man, do you have
Who
a
the
point.
fuck would do a podcast about movies? God. Morons. So this week on the BMFcast.
Hey! What are we
I
talking
prefer
about this week?
podcasts about all things geek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just whatever we feel like chatting about.
Okay.
You guys see the latest My Little Pony?
No.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'll take your word for that.
All right.
Was the friendship actually magic?
Might have been.
Mm.
I don't know.
Man, I'm glad it took a cartoon to teach me the power of friendship.
Friendship is rare. Don't you know what I'm saying?
Stupid friendship. Friendship is medium well, sir.
Oh.
So, Chuck,
Yes, sir.
it's a big-ass bottle of water you got there.
Thank you.
What's going on?
Thirsty.
You sell your laptop for that?
Yeah, I did.
Is that what happened
Yeah.
over there? You
Yeah.
got rid of that thing? It was like, how much water can I get for this MacBook?
Yeah. I wanted magic beans, but instead of
So is your battery still busted? Is that
No,
what
I just don't need it.
Oh, you don't need it.
His
Oh.
give a damn is
Look at
busted.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you. So, shall we do this? Shall we make a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to
Yeah,
make a
BJ
Alright.
can do an intro,
Okay.
and then we can get Get this ball.
Hey,
rolling.
welcome BMFcast. Hey, BMFcast. Here comes the music. In a second.
This week on the BMFcast, it's March, and the secret ingredient is... the Cascos! 1 star, we're in.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey,
All right.
What? What?
Just warming up the pipes.
Yep.
Oh.
I've just actually blown mine out.
The arsonist has ugly shaped feet.
Your pipes are clean.
Yes. Cabin boy jokes.
Mm-hmm. Only the best for our audience.
That's right. Just stick kitties.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's do a podcast.
Sounds great, man.
Just
Oh, hey.
Yeah, you
Let
got
the man recover.
You got bones in it? What?
yeah.
He ate the bones.
Someone make it.
Sure, I'll make a noise.
Yeah, the Cascos.
Weak.
Okay, sorry.
All right, welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey,
BMFcast.
Episode 216.
That's numbers.
Yeah. So you know what else it is?
Hmm.
It's basically kind of unofficially our 5th anniversary.
Holy crap!
I mean, it's a little bit early, but the day happens in between episodes, so we're
Right.
calling it. We're just going to go ahead and call it.
Wow.
what a way to celebrate March.
Yes, with our
Fifth
anniversary.
episode.
Right.
It
Yeah.
happens every March. Well, the anniversary.
Our 5th anniversary?
No.
Every
that's all-
March.
This one is it. One and done.
Oh, okay. I
Oh.
Oh.
don't know how things.
We can't celebrate a second 5th anniversary
No.
in 216 more episodes?
Well, that would be a 10th.
Can we celebrate
No, it's
5
the
years
second,
and
fifth anniversary.
6
Okay,
months?
Fine. Anyway, I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
And I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of the BMFcast, all 5 years, is we go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
Then we come in here and talk about it for the first half. Good bad movies, enjoy bad movies. They get 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks. Yeah, robot jocks.
Robot Jocks.
And the bad movies doesn't stay away. They get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags and douchebags after Twilight. Boo.
Oh,
Boo.
God damn it.
Yuck.
We're not going to be facing that this week because starting March to Costco's
March to Costco's!
still makes me laugh. We started with 1992's American Samurai because, well, there's a lot of reasons.
Because it's what started Mark DeCascos.
Well, that, it says introducing, but it's also the same director as Cyborg Cop,
Mhm.
American Ninja, and has David Bradley from Cyborg Cop 1 and 2 in it, so
Yeah.
it felt like familiar territory to start with.
It felt like very familiar territory to start
Yeah.
with.
Yeah. So, plot summary, let's do that. Get on with this. An American reporter teams up with a martial arts expert whose half-brother is a Yakuza drug dealer to battle swordsmen from around the world in a Turkish arena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
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 Did you hear the word arena?
I did. I heard that word. They even put it on the
Yeah.
screen at one point.
They do.
Arena.
They do.
Along with a day counter.
Yeah.
Just so you can keep track of how many days.
Well, Arena
the
is a
arena
long
has been
holiday,
battling.
so you have
Yeah.
5 days of Arena.
Oh.
Yep.
It's in March.
To Costco's?
Yes,
Is it like Carnival?
Yes,
Okay.
it's very much like
Mardi Gras?
Carnival. Yeah.
Yes, but with more dismemberment.
Sure.
A little
Well,
bit.
Right now
not
we're-
that much more. but
Okay, yeah.
Neck and neck.
We're on the left arm Tuesday of.
Can't wait for Forearm Friday.
So, yeah, this movie starts with plane flying over Japanese mountains. Well, we don't know they're Japanese mountains, but we find out later they are. Family is traveling with their small baby in this little tiny shitty plane,
Yeah.
and oh no, trouble, we're going down. So the movie opens with like the Tarzan intro, and apparently a samurai, I don't know, but what do you call them? They're not samurai master, sensei, I don't know what they are. What's their title?
Old man.
Old
Boss.
Sure.
Boss.
Teacher guy
Sure.
finds the baby.
Guy from American Ninja.
Yes.
Yes.
who found American Ninja.
Right.
This is true.
Finds
He's
the
good
baby,
at finding these American babies.
American babies.
finds the American baby, raises
American
him as
baby
his own-
baby
master.
hunter.
American baby master.
Jim Henson's American Baby, American Samurais.
Right. Yeah, and raises him as his own and teaches him the art of being a samurai.
While ignoring his own actual child.
Right.
In
So-
his defense, his own actual child's kind of an asshole.
He is.
Yeah, well,
just
we don't know
emo.
if he was a horrible asshole before, but it's easy to assume that he was.
It's basically I hate to say it, it's the G.I. Joe Storm Shadow Snake Eyes thing.
Yep.
To a T, because I mean, it's Storm Shadow gets all evil because it's like, you like him better than me and he's not one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah,
Racist.
blah. Yeah.
Yep.
So yes, intro sequence is basically a montage of the kid growing up and learning many things from the dad, and
Learning about the 5 senses and then the 6th samurai sense.
So is that what it was? They only said it that one
Yeah.
time, so
Yes.
it never really stuck with
It
me.
didn't sink in.
No.
Maybe if you had all 5 senses working,
Ah.
you might have achieved the 6th sense.
I could have, but I
and
just
gotten this
missed
idea
it.
through your head.
Okay.
Yeah, we all detected that part.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently you did not.
No,
Chuck, 'cause you've not studied in the ways of.
I'm the evil brother.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
we all knew that already.
I know.
But when I say
You have a
this
goatee,
intro,
so-
this intro is a montage, but the entire intro is basically a montage.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
first 30 minutes is a montage.
because like this movie is like go get to like where shit happens part of the movie quick, because this happens. I mean, we're talking kid fighting with a sword, cut away, teenage kid, cut away. He's David Bradley.
Yep.
And it's just like bam, bam, bam. Okay, and to like he's leaving the school. He's achieved the 6th sense, and the master is passing down the family sword as he's going to be the new leader of this clan. This whatever.
He's just going to be the patriarch.
He's the sword
Sure.
bearer.
Yeah, the sword
sword
bearer.
bearer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course this is when Mark Dacascos comes in and is like, "How dare
Dun, dun,
you,
dun.
father?
Yeah.
How dare you give him the sword? I'm the better, everything. I'm your actual son. I'm a better sword master. Everything."
He hisses at him.
He does. Yeah. And then he goes like,
You-
"Well, you know what? I'm just going to go join the Yakuza." And he's like,
No, he says, I have
Oh.
joined the Yakuza.
Well,
Yeah.
he does it by he's like, "I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to quit the right way." He puts his pinky down. And he's about to chop it off, and the dad's like, "This isn't samurai way. That's Yakuza way." And he's like, "Yeah, well,
Rips his shirt off and
Bam.
I learned it by watching.
shows his rock tattoo of whatever Yakuza thing they put on him.
yeah." He's like, "I'm
It's
already
pretty cool.
there, Dad."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a gangster.
Yes, because he does literally hiss.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And he is not. The character appears to be coked out of his mind because,
Yes.
his eyes could not get wider and
No.
he's sweaty and he's nostrils flaring. He's just so pissed. Even though he's found his family with the Yakuza, he's super fucking pissed.
Well, he's mad at his dad. He's going through that phase.
If you
daddy
get mad
issues.
enough at someone in the room to hiss at them, like literally hiss at them, you're
That's his crime, not joining the Yakuza.
no.
Just hissing.
No,
That's-
I'm
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just saying you know how mad he is
Oh,
because if you
right.
start getting primal at someone else,
Sure, yeah.
so
Why not?
yeah,
So, yes, and he stops him from cutting off his pinky, and he runs away. I'll be back, and I'll get you and your little dog, too, and your sword.
Yeah, you're not my real dad.
Yeah.
Real dad.
right,
Yeah, oh, yes, and the dad disowns him.
yeah.
You
And he's
are
like,
not my
sorry
son."
about that, asshole. Like,
Anyway,
wow, anyway, here's
enjoy
your
the
sword.
sword. I'll be talking to you again real soon.
Forever.
A lot
Yeah.
in your head.
Yeah,
Good
because
luck-
then
Good luck having some alone time.
Yeah.
because I will be in your head.
exactly because then they cut to
Zombie.
America,
Right.
which is basically just a postcard of
Yeah.
some buildings.
5 years later.
Yeah, and he's just chilling in an apartment, and wakes up from a nightmare that we don't know what the nightmare was, but he
was a
scary brother hissing at him.
Yes.
Yeah, he had a weird montage nightmare. And
Well,
then,
that was later. That was when he got injured.
No, I'm saying, well, he had a very strange, quick flash nightmare that we don't really know what it was about,
Yeah.
but he just kind of,
Yeah.
wakes up and then
Oh, yeah.
he's, up and, kind of walking around, and he's kind of talking to himself a little bit. And
Well-
then he hears, someone coming in the door. He's like, who could
Well,
that
his
be?
his samurai 6th sense has kicked in.
Yeah, that's probably what jolted him awake. Was that
Yeah.
they're
Danger was
burglars
approaching.
outside.
Yeah, someone's breaking in the apartment, and they aim to steal the sword.
They do aim to misbehave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
4 dudes come in.
One guy's got a gun, so of course he sneaks up behind that guy and compound fractures his arm.
Yeah.
And guy pulls a knife and gets it turned around into his own leg for his trouble. Generally
Yeah.
kind of beats up on the guys
He
for
beats the tar out of most
until
of them.
one guy gets a fire poker and like kind of ends up getting him in a chokehold. And then he kind of like turns him around and uses him as a human bullet shield because guy got his gun back, or somebody else picked the gun up and
Yeah.
tried to shoot at him. And
No, the guy got his gun back. I don't know if he magically got his arm working or whatever.
his arm
Yeah.
unfucked. Yeah. But yes, he got the gun back and shot through another guy.
Which never happens, or I was going to say, it never happens in movies, but it happens in
bullets
this one.
usually
Bullet
stop
shield
in-
guy
yeah.
did not stop the
Yeah.
bullets.
Yeah. Because, God, you watch like Total Recall or something, and
Oh,
just like
man.
bullet soakers and that thing. But no, bad guy gets shot 3 times. One of those hits American Samurai.
Right.
No.
And he kind of falls down and he's like, well, I guess we got both of them. And we also got the sword, so let's get out of here.
Yeah. And they,
Leave their one guy behind.
the
That's
ADR guys are just dubbing in jokes. It's like, hey,
Gotta
bad
crack
day
a few
to wake
eggs.
up and do stuff.
Got to crack a few eggs if you want to make an omelet.
Yeah, just like, what? You're the worst bad guys.
You know, that ancient Yakuza saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but that ADR is aggressive early on.
Oh, yeah. To the point where I was a little worried about this movie, that it was all just going to be off-camera voices talking the entire time.
Right. But he kind of, wakes up enough to go like, oh, he's not dead. And
Yeah.
looks up, sees the sword's missing. And this is when he goes into the real fever dream nightmare of he's fighting the demon guy that's basically the personification of the tattoo that's on Mark Dacascos' chest. And instead of like fighting him, he's like, he gets the sword away and he's like dipping it into this puddle of blood and then just like slicing at him and
Slinging it at him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slinging it all over him.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of wakes up and he's like, oh shit, I guess I'm dreaming about blood because I'm dying here. So I'm going to hear my dad, or my pseudo-dad in my
Yeah.
head telling me how I have to fight through the pain, which means
Samurai don't go to hospitals.
dig in and just dig the bullet out with your bare hands. So he does.
And he's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then cut to 3 months later. I wanted it, like when he went over to the door and answered the door, I just wanted him to still be bleeding. Like 3 months later, just like, I don't know.
I probably should have had this looked at.
Yeah.
I've been drinking a lot of water.
Gushing blood. Just, yeah. Do a bit where he drinks some water and shoots out the bullet wound. But
Should've
no.
bought at least one Band-Aid.
Not that kind of movie.
He's just got a cork that he's stuck
Yeah,
in
exactly.
it.
But yeah, the 3 months later, and all of a sudden, I guess he's a reporter. It's not really made super clear. But like,
Okay.
he's talking to his editor or something about how he has to go to Turkey because he has to investigate some guy that was murdered by a sword kill, and it seems suspicious to him, and that he needs a photographer to go with him. So
Why did he end up needing a photographer?
I don't know.
Because that's the only way you get a story is through pictures.
Right.
You can't tell a story.
And
without
also for
pictures.
the movie, needed a story. Sort
Right.
of.
But she
That's how it works. You're assigned
Yeah.
a photographer.
Yeah,
Go.
and he's like,
Okay.
well, she's already. The photographer's already on the way. Then knock, knock, knock on the door, and yeah, here's your lady for the movie, and
your lady for the movie.
just immediately they're like at each other. They're like, "Bleh, this is a nice place. Why are you staring at those pictures? Yeah, why are we going to Turkey? Yeah." And then it's this whole series of like,
bitch.
like she's like, "I thought you were gonna cook for me." He's like, "You like Chinese? Here, you order," and throws
Yeah.
a menu at her, and then they have this like weird sit down and eat Chinese thing where sexy time music starts playing, and we're like, "Oh, I guess they're falling in love while they're eating because movies."
While they're looking at pictures of this guy's hideous sword wounds.
Yeah, guy's basically been sliced straight from the head down to his chest, like,
Yeah.
down the middle, like through his nose and everything.
Yeah. And American Samurai is just loving these pictures. He's just, as much as he can, taking a look at them, just like, oh, these are so good. Look at this.
Yeah, he's a bit too into the photos.
Yeah. Yeah.
By a
He's-
lot.
Staring him down a good bit.
It's like, oh, so symmetrical. And just,
The table's getting higher and higher.
yes. Here's my levitation
Staring
trick.
him down. Yeah.
Yeah, but so like music's playing, we're expecting them to immediately be in love when they're done eating, but no, they're just
Nope.
kind of like, we're late for the airport, and then it's like,
As they're saying late for the airport, they're at the airport.
right, and then it's like they're talking on the plane, but we don't ever see them. They're like on the plane, and he's like, "You're going to talk the whole way there," and then cut to they're in some kind of other mode of transportation. Was it
They're in a boat. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then she answers him.
yeah,
Like-
like she waited 15 hours to answer
Yeah.
this question.
Like what? In the cab? You guys didn't talk at all?
Yeah, it's strange because like it's all ADR and it's just like travel. Okay, we're here, and Like the next shot is they're at the Turkish police captain.
They're in the taxi.
Yes.
Well, they went to the hotel first.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they had to check in, and of course it's well, sir, you only had one room booked, and she's like, oh, good try, Casanova. And
He's like, what? I don't want
"No."
to sleep with you. You're gross and
Yeah.
icky, and I have a gaping bullet wound in my stomach still.
And my not dad is in my head 24/7.
He won't shut up. I can't concentrate.
Yeah.
Did he inherit his dad's soul or something?
I think so. I think what we missed
Like,
is his
is that-
dad just this.
I think the dad was supposed to still be alive though, because he said something like, "I'm going to go kill him too."
Yeah, his dad's still alive.
I think he was talking about the memory of his dad. Like, by killing you, I kill that old man.
No, it sounded like I'm going to kill you, and then
he
I'm going to go
specifically
kill him too.
Threatened to kill.
Well, then this is even weirder if he's hearing his alive dad in his head, because that's
Is it because he was raised from infincy to David
Yeah.
I
Bradley
think he'd be doing everything he
I
could
know.
get.
24/7 hearing this guy going.
Well, maybe that's
fortune
just
cookie bullshit. If the weakness isn't in you, it's in the enemy, and if you're strong, they're weak. And
At first,
how many
you were
times can I say
afraid,
the same
you were
thing?
Petrified.
Yeah.
But maybe that's like a psychosis. Like he's been hearing these things 24/7 for 24 or 7 years, and now he just can't get it out of his head.
It would
It's like,
explain a lot of his facial expressions
Yeah.
throughout the movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's just haunted by the current of his father or something.
The current.
Right. But yes, they check in the hotel and they're finally like, "Oh, I guess we'll stay in the same room. Oh, it's a suite. Well, I'll be in here." Slam.
Yeah.
And then it's like immediately, like again, they're talking. And all of
It's
a
like,
sudden,
let's go to the police station,
Yeah.
as they've already
Yeah.
shown us the police station.
All of this stuff he recycles almost verbatim for Cyborg Cop.
yes, basically,
Yeah. Just nowhere near as competent. Like, it felt rushed in Cyborg Cop, but compared to this, like, Cyborg
Oh.
Cop is a romantic comedy, brilliant, like
Oh, yeah.
Sleepless in Seattle kind of build.
Like perfect timing.
Yeah.
Everything.
This is just like, now you're here, now you're here, now you don't like each other, now you're having sex.
kind of, yeah.
Because, yeah.
Well, they get to the police captain and they have a thing where he's asking to see if he can see the body, and the guy's like, "No, of course not. Why would I let you do that?" And then she's like, "Oh, you're so very photogenic. Let me take your picture." And he's like, "Well, wait a minute, you can't do that." And she's like backing out of the
Well,
room.
the first thing he does is like he does the old maybe this will change
Oh,
your mind
yes.
if you let me investigate your case for you. And it's like what? Because the guy's like, no,
What do you say to George Washington?
yeah.
Maybe Abraham Lincoln?
But yeah, she does lead the guy out of the room by stealing a soul or whatever it is that happens to Turkish people if you take their picture, because
I think
he's
you
very
just take their
offended.
picture.
He's
Like
He's
it's
the
probably
police
just because she's taking
chief,
pictures
yeah.
inside the police
I guess,
station.
but he's very offended by that.
Well-
But that leaves him alone with more pictures of the guy's gross sword
Yes,
wound.
with new angles and,
Yes.
and better resolution.
And he's
Oh, it's a
just like,
different guy.
Oh god, no, it's
was
the
it?
same
I thought
guy.
it was
This
the
was
same-
the morgue pictures because he had the crime scene photos.
But there were 2 guys that were killed.
Really?
Was
Yes.
there?
I
I missed that part.
This is
Really?
the second guy.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, you were really paying attention.
Well, they were moving fast in the beginning, and I had to stay sharp.
Okay.
Sure.
See, I was focused on the character development.
And all about the plot. The
Okay. That's why it's good
Then-
that we're doing this
yeah,
together so we
then
can get the whole story
ethereal-
out there.
Eventually it'll be.
vague hint at a plot here.
But yeah, I mean, he sees the pictures, and apparently that's good enough that Captain's just like, "Yeah, get out of here. Don't come back."
You're off the force.
Yeah, I would suggest you not coming back here, because have you ever been in a Turkish prison, Billy? Because that's where you're going to be.
Yep.
If you come back.
He's like, "Did you see Midnight Express?"
He's
yeah,
like-
that's actually a line in the movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You don't want that." I was like, "Okay, you're
It's
right.
like that, yeah.
See ya." Ha ha ha.
Yeah. And then
Then they get out on the street, and he's like, "I can't believe you would do something so crazy and reckless and dumb, and it was perfect."
Yeah,
you know,
make
and
out with
it's-
me.
yeah,
Then they're
make
making out in the
doorway.
street.
Yeah.
And she says something like, "Do you want to retire back early?" And then there's shots of Turkish spires all around the city, and it's
Yeah.
like
Big boner buildings.
phallic symbols.
Yeah.
And then we're like, "All right, they're going to be having the sex." And then nope.
Nope.
Cut to he's alone on the couch
Yeah.
and wakes up from another nightmare because in his head, his nightmare, like Mark Dacascos was about to chop him while he was sleeping on the
Yeah.
on the couch.
Yes.
And so he wakes up like not tidy whities, but like in his mankini,
Yeah.
full samurai pose, and she comes out of the room like, "What the hell?"
Full samurai pose with sword, very much like, here's my giant samurai boner. I mean,
Yes.
Okay,
that's
yes.
that's the pose that he's in when she comes out.
Okay,
because
well,
she's immediately
yes.
like,
What, you've never said, "Here's my giant samurai boner"?
not since Tuesday.
Wake up every morning. Snooze.
You want to go in the back, maybe have a Ronin.
Hi-ya.
Swish, swish, swish.
It's your Schwartz's.
Yes.
But she's like, "Do you want to not be alone tonight?"
And he's like,
All right.
sure.
Yes. For
Here's
the
the thing,
sake
though.
of what I was told to say.
She says it. You don't see her say it. You just see him. So 80-yard voice says it. Because what happens is they cut to a sex scene involving, I don't know who they are, two people from the stage crew who are shadowed. She might have a red wig on. I don't know. But they just sort of grope each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
it's
not even
definitely
nudity in
not
this?
Yeah,
our-
there's like the
not our
briefest hint
actors.
of side boob. Like, just,
Yeah.
like,
Might have been his. But I mean, you see the dude's face for like half a second, and he's just
And it's not even
swarthy, like
close.
grease guy. It's
And the guy's like all hairy and
yeah,
weird.
it's like suddenly the guy is
Neither
just
of the body types are even
exploded in
similar.
body hair. So yeah, two
Tom Selleck
unrelated
just wandered
people.
down to set that day. It
Yeah,
was like,
he's-
hey, you need a love scene.
Sure, get in there.
A Magnum PI. I don't know why he sounds
He's
like
like-
that, but he does in my head.
Hanging out in Turkey.
Magnum Busey.
Man, that was a dark time for Tom Selleck.
Oh, the show had been canceled.
Yeah, he was doing folks.
Yeah. So, yeah, love scene that's not even starring the people with no nudity. It's just like they forgot to film it, or the studio was like, where's that love scene?
Studio was like, put the sex in it,
Yeah.
but
And-
no sex.
yeah.
None of that.
So, yeah, cut to the next morning. They're awake and
They're having
not-
breakfast.
Yeah, they're having breakfast.
And having a conversation they should have had like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
'cause-
tell me about your past.
Yeah, so, yeah, my parents were killed when they crash landed on Japan, and I was raised by this guy who's in my head all the time.
Well, I like that he says, I survived. Like, oh, really? Did you? Thanks for clarifying.
Spoiler? Yes.
Yeah, I'm alive. They are not.
And then she's like, well, okay, so how are we going to investigate this? Like, I know a place. So they go to this club, like CD night scene in place in Turkey.
Belly dancing.
Yeah, belly
place.
dancers, hookah bar, or whatever.
Yeah.
And like some guy's hitting on like big Texas dude is like hitting on a Turkish woman, and I guess it's like he's being a little too aggressive because like three guys come up and be like, "Hey, what? Hey!" And
Exactly.
it's so like it starts this kind of like mini Donnybrook, but like I guess he's like, "Hey, an American, I should fight with him," even though that guy was kind of in the wrong. But whatever, yeah, I'm gonna fight with him.
Exactly.
And,
Stick
yeah.
together.
So yeah, he proceeds to beat down some people while the big doofus Texas guy is just kind of standing there. And then like when all's over, he's like, "Thanks, man." Yeah, and I guess
I was hoping this guy was going to turn out to be like CIA buddy.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But
Yeah.
no, it's basically like the fight goes on just long enough for like the big boss guy who's sitting in the back with like three women on his arms to go, "Hey, you're a pretty good fighter." So is that guy that you just killed? Yeah, he's Yakuza, huh? He's like, I bet you know another guy that I'm looking for. And he's like, well, I just might. Come with me.
Yep.
And like he brings out this lady from the side, and you think he's gonna be like, go with her. She will please you after the you've pleased me with your Donnybrook. Like, but no, she's just kind of like, and like pulls out a taser.
Yeah.
Like the world's first taser.
Yes.
Yeah,
And just
And of course, like then his lady friend. I don't even know her name. It does not
Janet.
matter what
It absolutely does not matter.
No, she's like she is like, oh yeah, you're in this movie. She comes running out like, what'd you do to him? And the same lady who tased him is just like slap and
Oh
drags.
no, she punches her at first.
I thought it was just.
Oh no, the first
open
shot
hand
was a
slap.
punch right
Was
in
it?
the
Okay.
face.
Oh yeah.
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 This lady does not like
Yeah,
other
so-
lady.
So American Samurai is being dragged out, and she's been punched and also being dragged out.
Yeah.
Cut to where we're going to be for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
arena.
Arena.
Day one.
The shitty arena. Like, well, shitty on the outside. I mean, the inside it's
It
your
has,
typical
to be
blood-sporty-
nondescript because it's an
Yeah.
illegal underground
Yeah.
fighting club.
Yeah, you can't advertise that shit.
which-
Yeah, but it's
they're-
an
We
incredibly
can't talk about
well like they have an announcer
They do, yeah.
guy. They have
The whole audience is
Well, it's a-
wearing tuxedos.
It's a big operation.
Well, this is
they have
apparently
locker rooms for the guys downstairs.
there's some serious money going on.
well, they don't
too.
really have a locker room so much as they have just a giant common area where people are swinging sharp things and
Yeah,
sweating.
it looks
Working
like
out.
It looks like I don't know what you recalled where the gladiators would hang out.
Yeah.
Like, it's
It's that area.
kind of
Sure.
dank and Spartan. It's like
Yeah. Spartan.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, it's just like like for an underground fighting ring.
Yeah.
Well, they're
they're pretty well accommodated.
They
They
are,
have
but
a
it's
lot
run
of
by
stuff.
it's run by the obviously the head guy,
Yeah.
head bad guy in the area, and they're huge prize purses, so there's a lot of money going through this place. So they figure they might
Yeah.
as well do it right.
I think before they dragged him there, didn't we see like a brief scene of Mark Dacascos killing somebody in the arena?
Probably.
I think we
Because
did,
I think there
yeah.
was a couple like I think again whoever was directing this movie from not the director's standpoint was
Yeah.
saying, you know what, you need some action here because I'm pretty sure there's a scene of like him just straight up murderizing a
Oh,
guy
yeah. Yeah.
early on, and then it's like, oh, okay, there's some kind of a illegal ring going on here,
Right. Because then they go there.
Because
Yeah, 'cause-
he's he's their number one top fighter. He's won
Yeah,
X
because
number
there's
of
some
times in a
dude.
row.
He's got like these. They're like half crescent moon.
Yeah,
wings,
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
those
guy.
things.
Yeah, and he's
he's
flipping around. and-
jumping around, swinging them, and Mark Dacascos is just kind of standing there with mean face,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just waiting, just waiting.
mugging.
And then as soon as the guy gets close, just there goes his hands.
Yep. And the guy's just like,
It's like,
What'd you do? Look at what you did.
but then
we
he
weren't
just,
supposed to do that till later.
but then he does equally cool move of just slice the guy's throat just enough so he gets a nice gurgly death.
Yeah. Oh, the guy just total tongue out, just
Yep.
falls and
But I think that happened before they were actually dragged there.
Yeah, it did.
Just to kind of be
It
like,
did, like,
hey,
oh.
there's a thing, there's a place here.
yeah.
And so that was kind of establishing it because like as soon as they're all dragged there again, we get another fight, and
Yeah.
this time, like they're being kind of ushered in as a fight is just starting, and it's this big, tall, muscly, blonde. We find out later he's Australian guy, and Conan.
Yeah.
Essentially, this
Straight
guy
up.
His name is Conan.
in the credits. Yeah, I mean
And
he's dressed like Conan
Yeah.
with Conan's sword from Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind of looks like Kevin Nealon.
Kind of, yes.
sure, okay, yeah. But yeah, they
Conan Nealon?
have a big, nice, bloody fight because, like, the Australian dude's got this. I don't even know what you call it.
And
It's-
I thought for sure that was the dude from I Come in Peace, but it's not.
He has the same
It's
context.
like we looked in
lenses.
the if we looked it up and obviously they're both gigantic dudes, but it's not him.
No.
yeah,
I was somewhat disappointed by that.
I don't know the name of the weapon that he's wielding. It's
It's a
that,
giant.
it's the staff
pole
with
arm,
the
yeah.
pole arm with the blade on the end. Kind
Might
of
be
thing.
no. It's
I would
not.
have to play Soul Calibur again to be
Yeah.
able to tell you what kind of weapon that is. But yeah, it's the
Is it-
big
is it
staff with like a
Nananaki?
weird knife at the end.
It's like a naginata.
Naginata.
But
That's what I was thinking of.
It's not a naginata.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Naginata.
Not gonna do.
Naginata.
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 Nah.
Wouldn't
Nah.
be prudent
Nah.
at this juncture.
Yeah, I don't. It's enough stupid video games for things like that to pop in my head. But anyway, so yeah, he's got that, and of course Conan has his Conan sword, and they
Yes.
fight for a while. And I mean, they're slicing each other's arms, stabbing. You get used to people getting stabbed in the thighs and the arms.
Oh yeah. Everyone's thighs are big and fleshy and exposed, and everyone goes, "Oh, I'll stab you there."
Yeah, because they do this one clash where it's like, oh, Conan guy got him in the arm, and then you look down and like he's got him in the leg.
Yeah.
Like, they're just
And they're just
facing-
ha at each other, like, huh?
And these were like the two biggest muscular dudes in the movie,
Yeah.
basically. And yeah, so they have this pretty prolonged fight, and Conan ends up getting his shit wrecked, essentially.
Well, he gets
Yeah.
he gets arm cut off and then
Yeah.
stabbed through the stomach with this thing, and he won't die.
Oh yeah.
Well, not only that, he gets arm cut off while he's already laying on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
I just goes like overhand axe chops him to the ground, and
He's like, "Why?" And then he gets stabbed. He's like, he's milking it for every second. He's just,
Oh, yeah.
well, this is a pretty good
this
prosthetic. I
stinks."
mean, like whatever they did, I'm assuming it was one of those like guy buried under
the floor,
through
yeah.
the floor thing. But I mean, it's well done.
it's in him.
It's
Yeah.
somewhat gruesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so Conan's dead, and I point that out only because now David Bradley is being brought into the the training room, the dressing room of this
Yeah.
whole place, and we're kind of getting a shot of all of the different combatants that will be in this thing. Mm-hmm. And Conan's in the background.
Yes, he is
Well, you
working
know.
out, swinging a sword around. you
Again,
know.
I think it was like someone was like, "Get a fight in here now."
It was the other
Too much-
Conan.
Too much.
You got to
setup.
keep a lot of Conans around.
Yeah, they were twinsies.
Right.
It was the
There-
Barbarian Brothers.
Conan the Barbarian Brothers. That's
The other one was Jimmy
That's-
Fallon.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Late night jokes.
yeah, but like, yeah, it was obvious that someone.
network television jokes.
Yeah, someone again like got said like a fight needs to happen now,
Yeah.
and so they aired that one first, and obviously they were supposed to be set up
Sure.
after we were introduced to everybody,
Right.
but whatever.
Yeah.
Bad editing.
Yes. Very
So,
much so.
yeah, are we going to try to go through each fight? Because I mean,
There's
a
some
lot,
fights.
There are a lot of them.
of damn fights happen
Yeah.
because that's the entire rest of the movie. is him kind of sitting there going, I don't want to fight anybody. I want to see my brother possibly fight him, and I want you to let the lady go.
All while he's whittling.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there like, whatever, dude. Just, give me what I want.
Well, he looks like he's making a Japanese fleshlight the entire time.
Yeah. That's...
I'm just saying, like, but I mean, it's like the whole time, and because like every
I'm
like.
not judging you, but that never, ever occurred to
Well,
me.
the fact that he's sitting there and like he's like having this little alone time, and all of a sudden like Dad pops in his head again. He's like, God damn it!
just thought it was like a beer koozie or something. You went straight to Japanese fleshlight.
Christ.
Goddamn right I did.
God.
They never explain what the fuck
Well, he
was
is a
making.
connoisseur, so we gotta.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
well, so...
Either way. Now I'm not gonna be able to.
I know.
now it's all I can see.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn straight.
Ugh.
But
So...
yeah, the girl also. Every once in a while, they open up her cell,
Oh.
and the other chick comes in and punches her in the gut or something.
Because she
It's just
basically she basically goes like, "What's going on? Where am I?"
slap, and then
punches her in the
and
gut.
I don't know if they were like, we need some violence against this chick, but we don't want to have guys doing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably better if a chick hits her, right? And they're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
that'd be better.
What would have been better
Not really.
is if
Not really.
maybe at some point she would have gotten revenge against that woman.
That was what I was expecting at some point, that French chick who was just beating on her would die rough.
Like at the very least, flip her off at the end of the movie. Like, I'm out, bitch.
seriously.
Crack her over the head with a shovel.
She
Yeah.
gets slapped a couple times, and then like one time she's like, "Wait, no, I understand you just slapped me, but I really want to know where I am and
Yeah.
why am I here?" And then she's like, punch right, kind of in the stomach, woman bits.
Just
It's like it's
right in
kind
the
of
ovaries.
yeah, it's kind of hard to tell
As
exactly.
Chuck said, right in the baby maker.
Yeah,
Down goes lady.
yeah.
She went down in a crumpled heap.
and she's done for another 20 minutes. of the
Pretty
movie,
much, yeah. Because they drag her out later because dude finally gets his way.
Well, because we have to watch a couple more fights. Like Australian dude goes back in. We get introduced. Like the Texas guy from the bar shows up, and he's like apparently voluntered for this whole thing.
He's like, this sounds like
he knows
fun.
there's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
I'll
like-
make
He
some
knows there's like
money.
$1 million purse. at
apparently
the
it's
end of
got nothing to live for. He's like, I'm either gonna die here, or I'm gonna make $1 million and move to Tahiti. So fuck it.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing there to begin with, guy?
Who knows?
So-
Taking a holiday in Turkey.
Turkey.
You know what we do with
Yeah,
turkeys
I
in
mean-
America?
Yeah, that's
We baste them and roast them in the oven. Woo! Which is a line of dialogue from the earlier bar scene.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there is one decent one where between Fanju, who is the guy who he's got two swords and they both have like little tassels underneath them, and then another dude who's got another one of those big staffs with the blade on the end.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's actually a pretty good fight
That
because
is a
they're
good
both
fight.
going really fast.
That's the.
and they're using
Oh
long
no,
takes
that's
on
the
it.
the wushu guy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and
And they can both fight.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they are
Oh, yeah.
they're
well
clearly there
choreographed.
because they know how to fight.
Yeah. Because, like, later, like, you've got this big, like, barbarian dude, like this Norse guy who's covered in fur and, is always, like, sharpening his axe. But when he gets out there, he's got a giant helmet over his face. I don't even think it was the same guy. Because he was, like, covered in a costume with a giant thing covering his face. Like, half the guys who are back there posing and working out are never actually in the arena.
They never showed
No.
that African
But they-
warlord
No.
dude. That
No.
was
Oh
pretty
man, I
awesome.
wanted to watch
Yeah.
that dude fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do disappear. Like when we get further to the end of the
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
ranked matches or whatever, it's the whole locker room area is cleared out.
Yeah, it's still just David Bradley sitting there
Yeah,
whittling.
and as it's going on, they cut to the outside of the warehouse, and it'll say Arena Day 2,
Yeah.
Arena Day 3.
It just looks like a shitty brick warehouse with a fan spinning
Yeah.
forlornly.
One day they zoom in on like a Seinfeld establishing shot, just like here's the top of the arena. It's like, okay, great, yeah, exactly. So, I honestly don't think there was that many days. I think that was more editing bullshit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, that's also part of, I guess, the U.S. version had it, because there's a cut out there that's unedited in some way, and it doesn't have those day things.
Okay.
And it has more explicit violence, which is kind of surprising considering the level of violence that's already in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
'Cause-
like, it'll be like day 2, and, a American Cowboy guy will come back in and sit down next to David Bradley, who's in the same place he was 30 seconds ago, and they just resume a conversation that they were having.
Yeah.
It's just,
This
they
film
had a
was
bunch
not
of
nominated for any editing
no, but
awards.
they just filmed a bunch of shit, and they were like, "Oh, this doesn't the pacing wise, this doesn't make sense. So we got to just take these dialogue bits and put them wherever we can." So.
Yeah, because they make Texas dude fight. Which guy does he fight?
He fights a pirate guy.
Yeah,
He's got
the-
like an eye patch.
Yeah,
and
who's
actually,
not the same pirate guy who was
Yeah.
backstage.
but yeah,
and
he
actually takes him out quickly.
well, basically because he's like standing there and the guy's flipping a sword around and he's just got this big Bowie knife thing and he's just like flunk right into the guy's leg and he's just like
yeah.
And then he comes
Once
up,
again, a thigh shot.
Yeah.
he comes up and grabs it and wrenches it out a little bit.
yeah.
It's
I
really
believe
good.
you got something, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just kind of, I think, punches him in
Yeah,
the
he
face.
punches
He did,
him
yeah.
out, and everyone's pissed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
because he and David Bradley refuse to kill anybody.
yeah, like whenever David Bradley fights, he turns his sword around, so he's only hitting him with the blunt.
Yeah,
end.
because his first one is against that Viking dude, and he's
Yeah.
just whacking him on the helmet with the blunt side of his sword, and just
Yeah.
leaving indentations there.
It's like, got a headache yet?
Yeah.
How about now?
And he cuts off the horns
Yes.
on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he just chokes him out, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, because
Kinda
they
puts him
dub
to
in a
sleep.
guy snoring, so
Samurai.
so that we know he's asleep.
Funny thing is, like that choke move was like on the side of his neck. Like, almost made me think, like, is
Yeah,
he
maybe
doing like
he's
a
getting the
Vulcan neck
carotid,
pitch?
Yeah, you know.
on the side.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, and Mark Dacascos kills one dude in the same way that the pictures that David Bradley was
But didn't
getting
he kill
a
the
samurai
Texas
boner
guy that way?
over.
Yeah, eventually he killed Texas dude.
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
Just
the
like
first guy's just out there jumping around like an idiot, and he just does, just the quick sword pull out slash, and then that guy's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fights.
And he comes out. They have like these automated jailhouse doors, which is
They look like they're like supermarket doors. Like
Exactly.
you walk up and they just
Yeah,
open up.
they have
but
that.
But they're barred gates.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he just comes out every time, just face trembling, angry, and just like
Wide-eyed.
staring down at everybody.
Yeah, he's got the T.O. from Breaking Bad face going.
Yeah.
He's just like, but he's not ever speaking or doing anything.
No. And
yeah.
the other guys are just jumping around like idiots, like, okay, man, come on, you gonna do something. Because when he fights Cowboy Guy eventually just stops. He's like, well, what's your deal, man? And then Guy murders him. So
Yeah, there's another good fight that happens right near the end where he takes out Fan Zhu, who is that Wushu? Is that the Wushu guy who's got the two swords?
the guy with the hair.
No. The guy with the
Yeah, he's got
the
funky
Chinese guy
hair.
with the polearm is the wushu guy.
Okay, then the other guy with the
Fanju.
with the multiple swords.
Yeah.
And he's got hair, and he's been sharpening a little
He's got a long-
blade
like a real-
on
like
the
a-
end of his braid.
Like a 3.5-foot braid.
Yeah.
And a little blade.
and he's
wrapped
been
into it.
sharpening it
Yeah.
all the time. And he eventually starts fighting with that because he has some kind of chain thing, and Mark Dacascos cuts it immediately.
Yeah.
But it was just like an excuse to let him do those moves early on
right.
and show off his martial arts. But yeah, that's a pretty decent fight as well.
Well, because he gets a hit in on Dacascos.
He's finally someone who actually hits him.
Yeah.
And then Dacascos gets really pissed.
Oh man, it cuts his uniform. And he's just like, "What the shit did you do?"
Yeah.
And he beat the fuck out of that guy. It's just,
Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
And he gives him the most awesome death of anybody either.
Oh, yes.
Because eventually that guy tries to do this stupid backflip around him, like run
run
up
up
the
the
wall
wall.
and do the backflip.
Yeah.
And Dacascos does one swing.
Mm-hmm.
You see the body laying on the ground, and then they pan back, and there's a head like 3 feet away laying there, and the
Yep.
body is twitching in the
The hands are
background.
kind of
Yeah.
gnarled. And,
And the crowd's like,
Yeah, and the crowd's stunned for a second.
Yeah.
They're like, "Holy shit!"
well, he's kind of stunned too because like there's a delayed reaction. Like he gets hit with blood spray in the face, and then he's looking like, "Holy crap! Look what I just did! I am a fucking badass."
basically the Black Samson ending.
Kind of, yeah.
Like, wait, is it cool that he murdered that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
At least nobody threw any refrigerators.
That we know of.
Right.
Yeah, and that one before the fight, also the announcer makes a big deal that they've both killed over 50 dudes, and
Well, he
and
says
they've never left an opponent living. So they're like, you guys are in for something good here.
Dacascos keeps having conversations with his brother, and it's basically like some dude in the 16th century killed 63 guys or something, and he's like, I'm going to do that. It's some nonsense record he's chasing or something, which is just dumb, but basically the whole movie is just get down to him and his brother fight each other.
Yeah, because they basically have nobody left.
Yeah. Everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead.
Like
yes.
his lady friend shows up a couple times because like he does refuse to fight until he sees her, and like a couple times he gets to
And
see
the
her.
French chick punches her.
Yeah, and she just is like,
Again.
she's like, why are you doing this? I don't understand. He's like, I have a thing. It's a code. She's like, well, code is stupid. He's like, code is probably going to keep me alive. So why don't you shut your face?
Yeah. It's going to keep us
Yeah.
both alive.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, he's-
following this code is going to get you out of here. So shut up.
Yeah, but it's kind of like he's lived his entire life. This is the most important thing to him in the world. And she's like, well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you. I can murder people
Yeah.
real easy.
Well, the whole time she's like, explain this to me so I can understand. Explain it to me. And he's like, you won't understand. And she's like, try me. And he does. And she's like,
Explains it.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
He's like, explain Jesus to me because I don't get that either. All right?
I love you. Please change.
Right.
Yeah.
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 I don't know what she thought his other plan would have been. Like, don't go in there and fight there and gain
Yeah.
our freedom.
Yeah.
Let's just
Let's get killed.
leave.
Maybe break out or
Sure. Let's
Break out
tunnel
in
our
song.
way out, or
Yeah.
maybe I'll finally punch this bitch or something.
rock
But,
hammer. And
yeah.
Yeah.
We have a Raquel Welch poster.
yeah. But no.
Anyway, yeah. So everyone's dead except for them. So of course, like there's some build up and lead into the actual big fight happening where he has to have more conversations with his apparently alive father
the
figure.
father in his head. Yeah.
and
dad
he's
won't shut
apparently his
No, but and it's been going on the entire time too.
Yes,
Like,
I know.
just
Every time
You
they
have to
cut to
remember
him
that.
doing anything,
inside
working on-
yourself
yeah.
are organs,
Well-
and those organs are yourself.
They seriously get more mundane as the movie
Yeah.
goes on because, like I said, by the
Yeah,
end
there's
it's
We're
just
only
like,
so
about
much
to embark
knowledge
on
that
a
can
great
be-
journey.
Yeah.
yeah.
Only so much knowledge can be imparted.
yeah,
Over
because
the
by the
course
end
of a
he's
movie.
just
Seriously, don't be a dick. Leave 20%, 15 for
yeah,
assholes.
it's just
It's also easier math.
it's just the
Never
lyrics
be
of
a
Que
dick
Sera
to a
Sera at the
stranger.
end of the
Yeah.
movie. He's just like, whatever may be will be. So
Did you remember to turn the
Well,
gas
and-
off
and
before
apparently-
you left for Turkey?
Apparently, this Japanese fleshlight was part of the shrine he's been building.
Yeah.
Because like that's like the last thing is he goes and lights some candles and sets whatever this thing is in the center of it, and it's just like, yeah, give me the strength. I'm scared, Dad.
Yeah.
And don't be scared.
don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Yeah. So they go fight, and it's dramatic. Like he has this like slow entrance in, and then what's kind of awesome is like instead of again doing the Mark Dacascos crazy eyes walk in, it's just like they kind of like swing over and he's already there.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, you're here. Okay.
What's up?
But then as we again a fault of the editing, and I think somebody declaring the movie needed to be different than how it was.
Well, first they both sit down in
Yeah.
samurai pose and just
talk.
kind of like, hey, this has to happen. And
Yeah.
it,
We
you
should.
know,
This
This
doesn't,
have to
yeah.
happen. This does have to happen.
Yeah, they have this whole thing, and then they kind of stand up and take their poses,
yeah.
and then we think, based on the way this is edited, that
Mhm.
it was supposed to be like, one guy goes running at the other, and one slice, and it's over.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, "Fuck that," because every other shot in this movie, or in the scene, is they're in separate shots.
Well, this
doing
is
things.
symbolically. This is the battle that goes on between them mentally before.
Oh,
yeah.
This
Like-
is all in their head.
You're
Right.
reaching.
No. I think this is what they're actually. It works for me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
This
then.
is what works for me. It's the battle in their head. They're basically waiting until one or the other flinches, and they're mentally battling it out, and they show that with real battles because it's way more entertaining.
So
And-
it's like Goodwill Hunting if you just went the answer is 5, and then it's like, well, dude, you got to show your work. Like,
Right,
where's that crazy fucking
yeah.
board? of
Exactly.
how you
Right.
got there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
And then once those things are done, then they cut to the actual, because I wasn't there, but from what I understand of, a couple master swordsmen come together, it's not like all slashy. It's just like somebody flinches and then somebody's dead.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I
But
could
yes,
be wrong.
they have a lot of separate shots of, I'm assuming B-roll from other fights where they're never in the same shot.
Oh,
but
it
they're
absolutely is because
So they're just spinning around and there's
Yeah.
a couple shots of completely inserted shots of just swords going ding ding.
Yeah,
ding,
Swords clashing with dust coming off
right.
them.
But I mean, David
type
Bradley's
thing.
not even wearing the same thing that he's wearing in the final scene.
Oh,
He's-
I didn't even notice that.
yeah, that was
Okay.
the big tip
Okay.
off for me because he was like wearing the outfit from the earlier scenes.
Gotcha.
that he was
the
in.
blue one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
But yeah,
That's why it's not real.
essentially, yeah, he just kind of
Building my case for.
does one move and
Yeah.
slices him and he's down, and then he's like, "Motherfucker, you drew blood," and then he tries to do this flip thing and gets sliced on both feet.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
He launches
jumping,
up.
He's jumping past Dacascos, and Dacascos takes Bradley.
Yeah.
And Bradley takes his sword and just in the front of his feet, like where your foot meets your leg in the front, just slash.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that, I imagine that really hurts.
Oh yeah, well he sells it as really hurting because he's kind of laying on the ground like, ow! And he's like
I
trying
really
to kind of
figured
crawl
he
towards
had
him.
his feet cut off.
That's what I figured too.
But I guess they just didn't have the budget to make that happen.
Right.
So
Maybe they were just partially hanging on or something. I don't know.
Because he attempts, like, I'm going to get back up, and then it's like,
Yeah,
nope.
and even the promoter guy is like, get up.
Yeah. It's like, I can't.
Yeah.
He cut my
Yeah,
feet off.
seriously, feet.
Yeah.
Call Dr. Scholl. This fucking hurt.
No.
So
Our
he's
support
basically,
is not going to help you in this case.
because David Bradley's basically like, I won, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, because he like finally like gets up to his knees.
Yeah.
And he goes over like he's going to slice him just
Right.
like he's been doing to everybody else.
Yeah.
And he just kind of brings it down and just grabs the hilt for the sword. And
Yeah. I
walks,
thought he was going to do
starts
the
walking
Miyagi honk of the
Yeah.
nose. And
But he kind of does in his own way. But yeah,
Yeah.
he grabs the hilt and starts to walk away. And the guy's like, "We have to end this."
Mhm.
He's like, "One of us must die." And he's like, "Fine, I'll do it myself."
yeah, here,
And so
take my old sword.
Yeah, take the piece of shit sword you
Yeah.
gave me here.
And he's like, okay, well, gonna stab myself with it. And David Bradley's like, I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn around and leave. You just see Dacascos gripping the sword, blood dripping off his hands. That's how hard he's gripping it. And his sword flying through air towards David Bradley, who whips around he pulls out his new master sword thing, whips around and deflects that sword right back at Mark Dacascos, where it goes straight through his stomach.
Yep.
And he gives this sort of epic, just sort of like, what? And just falls back, but never falls down. He he leans
The sword
back
was
in
propping
his,
him up.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got the good blood gurgle out the mouth, all
Yep.
that stuff.
Yep. And the crowd's like, huh,
Well,
well, look at that.
yay, because I just made a lot of money off that guy we've never heard of.
Yeah, because the underdog made like, wow.
Whoa, but
Wow.
seriously, did that just happen?
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing from earlier in the movie, just to go back a little bit, is the odds on Mark Dacascos were 2-8 for one of the matches.
Yeah.
I want to say against the American dude.
I think
with
it
the
was,
Bowie
yeah.
knife. I
Because
think
that guy
the
was like
odds were-
11-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the odds were 2-8.
2-8.
It's like,
Great bet.
yeah, I'm just gonna sit this one out, guys.
Yeah.
Just
Nah.
thanks.
Did you actually lose money? Is it possible to lose money on that?
Yeah, because I think they actually gave David Bradley decent odds.
Yeah.
At the end.
Well, he
of
made
it.
it all the way to the end. He obviously was going to be all right.
And they were brothers. I think they let that slip. They're like, "Oh, these guys are brothers.
Yep.
Train and stuff."
This
together.
guy got his dad's approval and his dad's voice in his head all the time.
Yeah.
So,
It's got to be an advantage, right?
Yeah, but he meets up with the chick at the top of the supermarket stairs here, and is like,
well, they just released the chick. It's just
Yeah.
like, well, go.
"Yeah," and then she's like, "All right, it's over. Let's go home." And yeah, fade to black. Movie's over.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even get to punch the French chick.
Nope.
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 Boo.
Boo.
She's just ready to go.
Yeah.
She
It
actually
might have
has-
it might have happened off camera. She might have been just around the corner and just wailed on her for a while.
There was that one scene where, like, at the end of the scene, something broke. And it was never explained what
for
the
no
hell that
reason.
was.
They
Well,
were
that was when they were late for the airport. She's like,
Yeah.
"Well, I'm going to go get ready, and then I'll be clean up." And then you're off camera.
It's like,
Maybe
did
that's her
Letterman throw an
cleaning-
index card or something?
Maybe it's don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. Kind of clean up.
She was doing the dishes. Dishes
Dishes
are
are
done.
done, man.
All right. Ratings.
Sure, yeah. I think that's what we do at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone?
I will give this movie
All
a
right,
rating.
Go for it.
I will give it 3 jocks.
Congratulations, you have given it a rating.
Thank you. It's got goofy dumb bits. When the fighting is with people who can fight. I mean, David Bradley's got skills. He doesn't have acting skills,
No.
but he has fighting skills. Because, like, I remember being impressed with him in Cyborg Cop and Cyborg Cop 2. Like, this dude could fight.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look fake or choreographed. It looks like he knows what he's doing. Mark Dacascos is another dude who can fucking fight.
Yep.
And you've got a couple other dudes in the mix who are good at flipping around and throwing their swords around and all that stuff. So you've got talented guys in there doing some fight choreography stuff. The movie is a train wreck of editing and nonsense and just trying to make magic out of a heap of footage that someone would just brought to an editing bay one day and said, do something with this. So it has its pluses. It definitely has its minuses, but I thought it was entertaining enough to recommend. So 3 jocks.
Yeah. I'm a little higher. I'm at 4. I for a long while through this movie, I was at a 5, even despite all the ludicrousness of the beginning. But because the editing was so terrible, it made me enjoy it more, and that they were just in such a hurry. Like once I realized where the movie had reached, that it was like, all right, oh, this is just they're all in this arena and they're gonna fight, and it's basically Soul Calibur the movie here. But like realizing that beginning, they were like so antsy to get to that they were just like, we can't let a scene finish because we got to get out of here. I was like, okay, that's great. But that final fight being so edited in a way that's just not good. Like, because I mean, you've just had this fight where he chopped the dude's head off doing the backflip, and they had done a lot of fighting between them. Yeah. You know, it's a solid fight, and then you get to this last one, and you never see them in the same frame until basically the end of the fight, and that was really disappointing to me. That knocked off a Jocks right there. So yeah, it ended up at a 4 for me, but I enjoyed the hell out of this. I
actually have to agree with you completely with almost everything you said. That's exactly the reason why I'm giving it a 4. Is I was enjoying. Sometimes it angers me when a movie's made or edited as badly as this one is. This one was kind of endearing because it was like, get to the shit that matters and don't hover on the stuff that doesn't. But then that I don't know, like wasting time on that stupid love scene with the body doubles and also the fact that, I don't know, maybe it would have been cooler if they just did the original version where it was the one slice kill. I mean, you were still gonna have the cool, crazy, flip the sword back at him thing, but that stupid edited thing at the end was just really dumb.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm at a 4 Jocks as well.
Pregnant pause. I want to give this a 4, but it's just not quite there.
Wait, you made up your own fiction for the bullshit editing at the end of this movie, and
yes.
It's not there?
Right, because I had to make up my own bullshit fiction for the end of the movie.
Fair enough.
Because they very easily could have done, some sort of smoke screen comes over and then it's a dream sequence fight. Not that difficult. There are a lot of things to love about this movie. Mark Dacascos is a national treasure. Bradley can fight. Most, like you guys said, most of the guys can fight in this, and that's a really big bonus because this would be in Bags territory if the guys couldn't fight. But the fact that they felt like they shoehorned that weird love scene in is disastrous. They could have just... I would have rather they just, close the door and sexy music plays for a second and they fade up into the morning and they're both sitting with awkwardly lined or awkwardly arranged sheets so that everything is covered fairly. I have a feeling the actors didn't want to even begin to engage in a love scene. But anyhow... the fact that they padded, they split it up into days in the end with the arena fights is weird and off-putting. But it's still pretty damn good and pretty damn enjoyable. It's difficult.
You're torn.
I had a lot of enjoyment throughout this movie, but given 40 minutes of contemplation, 50 minutes of contemplation, there's just too much that just kicks it right in the nuts.
So 3?
Yeah, 3, definitely.
All right.
Solid 3.
Okay.
You should watch this, definitely.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but the lady really shouldn't even have been in the movie. There was just, I know there's extraneous females in a lot of action movies, but she really served no purpose. She wasn't even she didn't even need to be put in peril because he wanted to be there. He wanted to see his brother. He wanted to get his sword back.
Yeah.
There was literally no reason for her to be in the movie.
And the questions...
someone said that there had to be a photographer with the.
I don't even understand why he was a journalist. It didn't need to be.
Yeah,
he could have just gotten a tip.
Reason.
He could have just a megacop and be like, "I'm going to get my hat." Just
Yep.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is too with her, usually she'd be the audience asking the questions that we need to be answered. He never answers any of her questions. He's just like, you wouldn't understand. You don't get it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. But so even in that purpose, she doesn't serve it.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's still fun.
But still, yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yep.
Poster says blood sport with blades. So
Yeah.
Blade,
Sounds
Blade
about right.
Sport.
Mm-hmm.
Blade Sport, I like it.
We should make that movie.
All right, let's take a break, shall we?
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna go write Blade Sport. That shouldn't take as long.
No,
No,
Blades
It
and.
pretty much writes itself.
Copy this
Sport of
movie, but
Blades.
make
So the
it
script be
work.
like 15 pages long.
Do we need 15 pages?
Yeah, we're gonna like shoehorn in characters better.
No, it's just going to be like 45 minutes of arena fighting action. And
Yeah, but you have
Finn.
It's better when you know why somebody's there.
Because they want to fight. It's easy.
Yeah, you just have two dudes like throwing up. All they want to do is beat people up, and they beat up everybody everywhere. Just like $1 million prize. Well, fight here, and then yes, but that's every blood sport kickboxer. So why waste time? Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Whoa. Watch it, man. Oh, you gotta check it out on another computer there since you don't have one, huh?
Yeah. Totally.
Apparently my flash crashed. Go figure. Yeah, flash crash. All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments.
Yeah. Been active in there.
Yeah.
I guess I should. Now we see if when I log out of Gmail, if it logs me out of YouTube as well. That'll be interesting.
That will be interesting. Good luck with that.
Oh, look. Walt's account is on here.
Don't log into
Fucking Walt. That fucking guy.
He bailed us out in our time of need.
You didn't need him. You know this to be true.
Well, whatever. It was his idea. That's why he was here.
Yeah, that's true. He had to suffer with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Last week I knew I was going to miss, obviously, but the week before, just suddenly work was like, hey, guess what? Here's a big dick you're about to eat because tonight sucks.
You shouldn't work there. That's a terrible
Yeah,
place
I
to
know.
work.
Those are the days I do not enjoy working there. But yeah, I knew at about 4:30 when it's like, yeah, there's a good 6 hours of work left to get done here. That's when I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm making the podcast. Because I think I called you
Yeah.
right after I got home, which was right at the break for you guys. So yeah, that kind of gives you an idea.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Look at all these males. As in M-A-I-L, not men.
Is this more about your job?
Woodfleshlight.com. Chuck, someone has asked you, Loki800 asked, Chuck,
Yeah.
did you see Andy Warhol's Bad from 1977?
No.
Why not?
It's not my thing.
Yeah. Andy Warhol's garbage.
Yep.
Always has been.
Yep.
Always will be. Destroyed modern art.
I
Made it.
attempted to watch his version of Dracula and his version of Frankenstein. I was just like, this is pretentious garbage.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that one that's like 12 hours of a continuous shot of a building in New York?
Nope.
Yeah, because that's... He made art about gimmicks, and that's the problem with him. Is now modern art is all gimmicks. Nobody actually has any talent or does anything interesting.
Yeah. So no, I have
So,
not
yeah.
seen it.
I'm going to recommend you don't, because fuck that guy.
Fantastic.
Yep. Fuck Andy Warhol.
Superduper.com. Fuck Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
.tumblr.com.
.tumblr.com. That's correct. God, so many freaking emails.
Yep.
So you only read one, and did you unflag it after you had read it?
Nope.
It was one about musicals,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
Steve like the bird heron.
Right.
All right. Do you guys have any movies to discuss?
I do not.
Okay, that's good. It's a good start.
You like that?
They showed 3 movies on the plane.
Really?
2, well, 1 on the way out and 2 on the way back.
Yeah.
The one on the way out was Las Vegas.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Kevin Kline looks really old now.
He's really old now.
He's depressingly old. But yeah, and then on the way back they showed Ender's Game and The Book Thief.
Ender's Game.
I didn't watch either.
What's happening now?
You chose not to?
I played PlayStation Vita instead.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tearaway.
Shit, did I watch
Yeah.
anything?
Shit.
God, my brain is really not functioning now. I don't know.
You finished 24.
Yeah, I know. But I think I watched a movie too.
I don't think I watched a movie.
Good. None of us watch movies. It's
Sweet.
awesome.
Email
Cool.
half.
Yeah.
Well, we need it.
Rando?
A random episode of TNG and yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
You can get a good half hour out of that, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll save it for another time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it may occur to me what I watched, but not right now.
Okay. Maybe an email will jog your memory.
Peep
Maybe.
that recently watched.
I did watch Fargo after you talked about
Oh,
it.
Fargo.
'Cause
Yeah.
I realized it'd been a long time since I've seen it. So.
It's always good to revisit Fargo. I'm gonna watch that show. I think that show might be all right.
What show?
They made a series.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming on FX. Stars Billy Bob Thornton, some other people. Like a limited run thing. It's going to be a start to finish kind of thing.
Hmm.
It's not remaking the movie. I don't think. It's just like
Just gonna be
in the
following Margie.
Fargo universe.
No
Follow
Francis.
Marge around doing her
I
thing.
don't think so. Oh, look what you did.
I know, I like doing that.
So do you have the
Actually,
voicemails up?
I can. Easily.
Okay. Man. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Sorry, pulling up voicemails, music in my head.
Do 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 do.
Still recovering from my
Intro.
Sherman intro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, it's gone again.
Yeah. Well, if I do it quiet like that, it's not so bad.
Yeah, did you already like vet some of these voicemails and stuff so you can call them out to me? Okay, good. I have no idea where we are.
Well, just are you on the Gmail interface?
Yes,
The
sure.
one on the bottom.
Huh?
The one from January 7th. That's how far back we're going with that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Crazy, huh?
January 7th, you said?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I gotta go.
And there's a few of these.
I gotta go to the next page for that.
Yeah, there's a few of these that
Whoa.
I just need to clear out because they were either time sensitive and we just didn't get to them, or
Wait, you say January 7th? Why do I only not have that far back? What is going
I don't know.
on here?
7th of January.
Yeah, I don't think I have those. What happened?
There should have been flagged.
I've got 12 voicemails in the voicemail folder altogether for some reason. We only go back to 123. There's 2 of them like back to back.
Yeah, I see those. So you don't have one that's 214 area code?
No. I don't know what happened. I don't know
Well,
if
then
cleared
that,
them accidentally or
then
Well,
those might
can you
have to
go?
go.
Can you go to the
it might be a
email?
garbage. Is there a trash?
Go to the
yeah, if you go to the email
yeah, just
interface,
pull up the
it'll
BMF
show up on
email
there.
and-
I do have a trash. Let me see if I can move back.
Okay.
Ooh,
Behind the scenes, everybody.
undelete.
How the sausage is made.
There's another one from 123. I'll undelete that one too, just in case. How did these get deleted? All right. So there's one from the next one back is from 13. So we don't need that.
Actually,
No.
no, that's the one I'm talking about. Or am I?
From January 3rd?
No, it's just January 7th on here. From 214 area
No,
code.
that's something about Page Master. I think we did that.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Whew, save that. It's going to be automatically deleted in 30 days.
Dang.
Don't know when it got deleted.
All right, so if we don't have it, then
Well, we do. I have it. It's back now. The one from 17.
okay, cool.
Was there anything between 17 and 123 that we wanted? It must not have been because it wasn't in the trash.
Yeah, I don't think so.
This is exciting. This is
I
good,
know.
this is good internet right
Sorry.
here.
Been gone, man.
No, I know. We're just getting our shit sorted here. All right. Now we're good to go.
Toads.
Yes,
All right,
toads.
Just so you have them, we'll run the one from February 9th also, the 617.
February 9th?
Yeah, February 9th, 617.
Okay.
I don't know if you can like tag them or something, or keep a list so you know when to pull them up. But,
Not without taking separate notes. It doesn't look like. Maybe can you star them or anything? Do anything special? Add star. Yes, let's do that. We should probably start doing that from now on. All right, once from 1/7, and you said January or February 9th?
yeah, February 9th.
There's a couple from February 9th.
That one is.
There's one that got transcribed and one that didn't. One from 617, one from 706.
I'm gonna go with the 617 one.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll do the last one from February 26th. Actually, there's one February 14th and one February 26th. February 14th is really short, so we can fit it in.
Okay. They are now all starred. So now they're in a separate folder. Hooray.
Hey, now. They're all starred. Get your game on.
Chuck,
Go away. Go away. That's the next line, Chuck.
I knew where that was going, too, and I just can't throw anything fast enough at you to...
I don't move much, so whenever you're ready, just fling.
I just needed something that would prevent your ability to speak.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Later, we're going to make sure you're walking on the sun.
It ain't no joke.
Man,
Yeah.
true 90s kids.
Where?
Yeah. Only fake 90s kids here,
Yeah.
Chuck. Don't you know that? Mm-hmm. So no movies, or do you want to talk about Fargo?
No.
No.
We went over that.
Email corner.
Yeah.
Fargo.
I got nothing. I seen it before. I seen it again.
Yeah. What I watched is not worth talking about.
I started House of Cards, but I suppose I should wait till...
You should get to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I finished my 24 journey, so until May.
Nicely done.
Yep.
It's a lot of 24, dude.
It is.
Worth it, though.
That's a lot of hours. I said it's still sad that I've still spent more time watching Smallville, but it went on longer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw every episode,
Well,
through the good and the bad.
it went on longer. That shows it was a better show.
Yeah, obviously. God, the middle part of that show was excruciating.
And you stuck with it.
Well, someone said, like, oh, no, come back to it. It's getting good again. And I was like, oh, God damn it. You know, the way I am, I'm like, I can't just skip.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was like, all right, well, I guess I got 2 more shitty seasons in front of me to get to the good stuff.
And Heroes is coming back on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Why? Did
We
anyone
can
bemoan the
reboot
missing of
Heroes.
that lack of that?
I don't know. I guess they're trying for their 19th reboot of Heroes.
Sweet.
Maybe there'll be another writer's strike. That'll
Yeah.
just fuck it all up again.
Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Great.
All right.
Yep.
If you
do
guys
this.
are ready.
All right, and welcome back.
Hey, BMFcast.
Hey.
Second half.
Woo!
Hey, you know what we usually do here?
It's gonna be a hot
We
half.
talk about movies.
Yeah.
You know what we're not going to do here?
What?
Talk
Talk
about
about
movies.
Oh.
Because none
Yeah.
of us watched anything really.
Nope.
No.
We've been doing TV and stuff, so it's time to catch up on email and voicemail,
Yay!
as we've been promising for a long, long
It's
time.
been
Correspondence
too
half.
long, friends. Way too long.
And maybe indirectly, we'll talk about movies.
Well, okay.
I'm sure they'll come up.
Okay.
But yeah, we're digging deep. First one up. There's actually 2. These first 2 are related.
Okay.
But this first one's from Steve, like the bird Heron. It says Power Rangers.
Uh-huh.
He says, hey, Bamfcast. It's Steve Heron, like the bird.
Hey.
You said it wrong, Steve. I hate to keep on recommending Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. But after listening to the Cutaway episode, I like to mention that the first scene is a skydiving scene while Red Hot Chili Peppers plays in the background, which is no longer than 5 minutes. So don't worry, Chuck. Which is quickly followed by a roller skating sequence. Seriously, the first part of this movie is a 10-minute long Capri Sun commercial. This is the movie I will show my children when I want to tell them what the 90s were like. Watch it, please. Crash and burn, Steve out. Sent from my Tiger Game Con.
Nice.
Tiger.
Yeah, that does sound like a 10-minute Capri Sun commercial.
Yeah. I don't know what theme month that movie will fit in.
It doesn't have to, Chuck. It could just be a one-off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
We're not all theme months.
Yeah.
I think
We're
this year
still
we are.
No.
Chuck,
Yeah.
After April, it's over. for a while.
What's
May
over,
Liotta.
man? It's over.
April is April.
April.
Okay.
April.
And then May Liotta.
And then it's May
No,
Liotta and Cuba
no.
Gooding June too.
No.
It'll be Cuba Gooding Jr.
No.
right.
No to both
Gooding-
of those.
We also have a Power Rangers related voicemail, so let's play that one.
Oh,
Well,
all right.
let's get right to that.
Man, great.
Scintillating.
All right.
Hi, Billy Helpley, BMFcast Arenas. Scott from Dallas here. So you've been given some thought to doing a Power Rangers movie. Well, you're in luck because I'm an expert on Power Rangers movies. I was a kid when Power Rangers came out and was mega into it. No lie, at one point my mom was so concerned about how much I watched the show that she came to me and said, Scott, I think you love Power Rangers more than you love me. That shocked me. I mean, how could that even be a question to her? They're the fucking Power Rangers. No shit, I love them more than I loved her. Yeah, she seems to take me as hard. Anyway, let me tell you about the two movies real quick. There's the first one, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, which had a high budget and the spirit animals that Harlow loves. Also, it's a pretty weird soundtrack for a kids movie. Look that up. They got some odd talent for it. I think it probably has the better stunt fighting of the two movies and is overall better, but unfortunately they had to use early 90s CGI giant robots instead of guys in suits. And it looks fucking terrible. Even at the theater, I thought it was fucking horrible looking. So, that goes against it. Second movie is worse in terms of story, budget, acting, pretty much everything else. When the Power Rangers get injured near the beginning, so they replace them for the rest of the movie with a 10 or 12-year-old kid, and also the show, because this shit's canonical. They did have dudes in rubber robot suits fighting though, and it did contain quite a bit more cleavage and some profanity, which was surprising. So I guess it's got that going for it. But otherwise, it's really fucking terrible, and I think you'd have to be a really die-hard fan of the Power Rangers to get any enjoyment out of it. So yeah, definitely go for the first movie. Scott out.
All right. Well, I think that's settled.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
Well, I mean,
It's settled?
I'm just saying, if we're going to venture into the Power Rangers territory, it sounds like
Has to be the first.
the second one, as most of the things we hate, like probably annoying kid replacing all the Power Rangers. That's not good.
But cleavage and rubber monsters.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
That's,
can we get
isn't
it?
that on your family crest, Chuck?
yes,
And speaking of
yes,
rubber
cleavage
monsters,
and rubber monsters established
Isn't
in
it
the
for-
1880s.
It's actually in Latin. It's a Clevanus rubber monstrous.
Robartus.
Yep.
Monstrous.
But considering we've mentioned rubber monsters and sequels,
Yeah.
Trevor on the Facebook page said, I think since Blaxploitation Month is coming to a close, why not do the Guyver sequel? Starring David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake for the Metal Gear game franchise. It's
Hayter.
got awesome suit work, pretty awesome fight choreography, and some awesome Guyver killing monster scenes. One in particular sticks out. If you love the anime, you'll love this one.
Oh,
It's cheesy, fun, great fight scenes, and an awesome final battle with a cheesy dialogue puts it. Plus, it's free on YouTube. Please do this one, guys. Please. Which a lot of people that listen to the Guyver episode were like, listen, we know Guyver 2 is so much better. And I think one of us commented to him, said, but we hated the first one.
that was me.
Hated.
Yeah.
And he said, the second one is completely different in tone and vibe. It's much more serious, which makes it pretty funny at times. The monsters look pretty damn good, and the Guyver suit looks much better. Plus, fight scenes are actually pretty damn good, if you ask me. So,
I think the hurdle is that movie's like 2 hours and 10 minutes or something. I think we
Oh,
looked at it like right
nope.
away because we were like, well, everyone says the Guyver 2 is pretty good. Maybe we should rinse the taste of this garbage out of our mouth with that. And I think it was way too long. So,
yeah, sometimes that happens.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't remember the actual reason, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Meh.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Why not? If
gonna
we're doing
look at-
Power Rangers, fuck it. Who cares? Let's do Guyver 2. That'll be the month where no one
It'll
gives
be
a shit.
Rubber Monster Month.
No.
1 hour and 27 minutes for Guyver Dark Hero.
127.
Man,
Woo.
cut your movie. Cut your movie.
But it is rated R, like they said. I mean, the first one was PG-13. So.
Well, maybe someone gave it a chance.
Yeah.
All right. Next one up. This is from Adam. Title of it, BMFcast, the major motion picture event.
Oh, yeah, we're writing it. Don't worry.
Hail BMFcast!
Hail.
Hail.
If and when the BAMFcast decides to kickstart financing for your spec scripts, Gunface and Gunface 2 in the shit, I'm in for a fistful of Benjamins. More, if I can play the henchman who gets squibbed like a blood bank full of M80s. or call somebody a loose cannon. Mm-hmm. Movie suggestions.
You're hired for the first, but
Yes.
Mackie has the second.
Yeah. Movie suggestions. 1. The BAMFcast's own Dirk Benedict in 1980's Ruckus. Kyle Hansen is an emotionally bruised veteran of the Vietnam War and finds himself unable to rejoin the mainstream society. While stopping in a small town to get some food, local bullies begin harassing him. Relying on his special forces training, he manages to get away, only to become hunted by the locals. One lone woman is willing to lend him a hand. To open the movie, an extraordinarily filthy face man punches into a backwoods diner and orders and eats a raw hamburger. So there you go. 2.
Is that Gunface?
No, this is Ruckus.
That's Ruckus.
I was hoping that
1980s
was our plot.
Ruckus.
Yeah, no.
That sounded pretty good.
No, these are
Lady-
some suggestions. He's transitioned into
Okay.
suggestion
Yeah.
territory now.
The lady in that is
Ruckus.
Linda Blair.
Oh,
Really?
And it's very much First Blood before First Blood came out. It's weird how much First Blood it actually is.
Yeah.
You've seen every fucking movie.
I've seen Ruckus. If it's got Linda Blair
Listen,
in it,
if
I've
it
seen
came out between like 76
yeah,
and 82,
this guy saw it.
there is, yeah. Anyway, primarily for the title, Amsterdammed. The film revolves around a serial killer who uses the famed canals of the Dutch capital to strike random people. A hard-boiled detective in charge of the case teams up with an old friend to stop the killer. He soon realizes that his new girlfriend may be linked somehow to the murders, but not how one would expect. Dun dun dun! Slash and turn, Adam, sent from my George Plimpton endorsed in television.
Nice. Good one.
That's a deep cut.
very deep.
Deep cut right there.
Wow.
So thanks, Adam.
Amsterdammed. Probably, I'm
That
going
is
to
a
wager
good
the
title.
title is the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
Pretty good title, though.
I want to be a detective who's just like pairs us up with his old friend. It's just like, hey, buddy, come solve this crime with me.
Well, all you need to do is be a detective and have some old friends.
Oh,
Have some friends and then
okay.
make them
so
old
I'm
friends.
not even close.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
good way.
You'll get there one day, maybe.
Squash that dream right now,
Yep.
Chuck.
Sorry.
Put that away in the back burner.
It's all over, Chuck.
Maybe
I'll
see if you
just
can get a lot of money, and then you can
Watch Ruckus again.
Yeah. Oh, it's sad, Chuck. Now we'll stop being your friends, Chuck, so that we can be old friends.
So we get reunited
Yeah.
one day.
Just go work on the detective thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
come back in 10
I'm on
years.
All right.
Sausage.
Give me just a second here. Sausage. What?
Like, Daddy, would you like some sausage?
No, making the sausage.
Freddie got fingered jokes over there.
All right.
You're the one who saw that movie.
He did. This next one up is from Anders in Sweden. It's called Theme Months in Autumn. Because theme months, we're all about theme months. It says greeting as Harlow rolls his eyes.
We're all
and
about
says,
theme month
"Fuck you,
suggestions,
guy.
please.
Fuck you and your theme months.
Whatever. Bring them on.
I like hearing the ideas. I just don't want to do them.
He says, "Greetings, BAMFcast. Good to hear another round of Blaxploitation History Month. Covers one of the truly most awesome genres. Where I live, we have no comparable awareness months. I guess we could institute Sammy History Month, but there is so little material that it might turn into Sammy History Week, and even then run out of steam before it was over.
Oh.
And no, there is no Sammy-exploitation. It's all bleak documentaries and Ingvar Bergman-esque. Yes, sorry. Since it was proposed by someone last year, got an enthusiastic response from y'all, yet didn't come to fruition in 2013, I've taken it upon myself to research the possibilities to declare the last month of 2014 Ludachristmas Month. Having gone through his filmography on IMDb, no way am I sitting through some of these piles of shit. I have compiled a list of the movies, systematized after apparent enjoyability.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As you can see, there's quite an assortment to choose from. It should be possible to create a good mix. If I might make a suggestion, I would choose Ball Don't Lie or Hustle and Flow for starters. And no, Hustle and Flow is actually good. So
Fucking
no.
great.
Followed by New Year's Eve and Rock and Rolla, and finish with either movies.
Whoa.
You son of a bitch.
Whoa.
Son
That
of a
could just
bitch.
be celebrating.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's our
Anyway.
our
It's
Ludachristmas
Ludachristmas.
gift. Our Ludachristmas
Right.
gift.
Our white elephant Ludachristmas gift exchange.
Right.
But yeah, he's saying we might be able to swap some out, one for Max Payne, or if we feel really masochistic, we could try Fred Claus. Best regards, Anders in Sweden.
Wait, Ludacris isn't Fred Claus?
And Max Payne?
Yeah.
Wow.
At least according to IMDb.
Well, Fred Claus fits the bill. I mean, that's literally Ludachristmas.
Yeah.
This is true.
Max Payne fits for Marky March. If we still wanna
Also,
do it.
he said.
Marky March,
If
the
we'd like
Costco's.
more exploitation months, why not Nunsploitation November? Take a look on IMDb. There are gems like Nundercover, nude nuns with big guns, and none of that.
Ooh, none of that.
Yeah, but he's left a list. He says the good: Fast and Furious 6, Fast and Furious 5, Too Fast, Too Furious, Ball Don't Lie, and Hustle and Flow. Questionable: Rock and Rolla. Bad: New Year's Eve and Crash. Minor roles in Max Payne, The Wash, Gamer, No Strings Attached, and Fred Claus.
God, The Wash. Jesus.
Oh, that movie was fucking terrible.
Wow.
Oh. Or the two people that saw that, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I have a Wash keychain. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
waterproof?
I actually think I actually saw the beginning of Fred Claus when I
Yeah?
was at my in-laws around Christmas time. Or actually, no, it was around Thanksgiving because then they started, like the day after Thanksgiving, one of the networks was like, all right, Christmas movies, let's bring it on. We've been waiting. And Fred Claus was one of them, and I think he was like one of the repossessor guys that works with.
All of the Vince Vaughn
Fred.
Christmas movies have blended together in my head. I just know for like a period of 4 years there was a new Vince Vaughn Christmas movie
Yep.
every year. So
And they were all set in Chicago. But yeah, Ludachristmas. Honestly, there's like not enough bad
Yeah.
on there. Like,
we could do
He's no
Fred
Cool-
Claus
he's
and
no
say
Coolio.
it's Ludachristmas.
Yeah, he's not generally guaranteed to be in a bad movie. I mean, obviously there's some duds in there, but
Yeah.
I mean,
He's still in,
I fucking
like-
love Hustle and Flow, and I mean, you know,
And-
mixed opinions on Crash, but it is an Academy Award winner. It's not
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah,
and Too
Oh, that
Fast,
Crash.
Yeah.
Too Fast, Too Furious is a work of art. So no. Why are you laughing?
It should be hanging in the Smithsonian.
The fuck are you laughing, Chuck?
I just love
He's
hearing it.
chuckling.
Yeah, every day.
I've actually owned Rock and Rolla for I can't tell you how many years. I saw it somewhere cheap, and I was like, I heard this might be Guy Ritchie returning to being Guy Ritchie. I never watched it.
Yeah.
I watched whatever the one after that was.
Okay.
Don't know the name. Doesn't have Madonna in it. That's all I know.
Great.
Oh,
I'd watch that.
never saw that one.
Okay.
Anyway. All right, everybody.
All right.
Next one up is from Mike. Not sure if it's Mike from Pittsburgh, but it's a Mike.
Hello,
He
Mike.
says, "Hi guys. First of all, please note that someone else on your Facebook page suggested January Michael Vincent. This is a genius idea, but be careful since a lot of his titles look Skinamax-esque: Indecent Behavior, Animal Instinct, Sins of Desire."
Sins of desire.
Yeah, that's some purple prose right there for those titles. Second of all, you must see The Divine Enforcer. John Michael Vincent and Eric Estrada are two genial priests. The movie also features Jim Brown. He has written Jim Brown in all caps, by the way.
That's what
That's
you
the
do.
only way you can write
Yeah.
Jim Brown.
Robert Zadar, and unfortunately, as the main character, some guy you've never heard of.
Great.
But that main character is a kickboxing vigilante priest. Adding to the amusement are the extremely mundane suburban settings. This may be the only movie about priests to be totally uninterested in religious iconography. The Divine Enforcer is only on VHS, which means the whole thing is on YouTube. It would be a great selection for Robert Zadarch or Eric Estrada.
Okay, that's my new favorite suggestion is Eric Estrada.
I do like Robert Zadarch.
Zadarch.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
God damn it.
Oh, we're never not doing theme months, are we?
Too good. Puns
Welcome
are
to the
too
theme
good.
cast.
Hey, if they would just stop making movies that apply to our theme months, we wouldn't have to watch
All
them.
right. So here's one for you, Harlow.
Okay.
You'll appreciate this one from Yuri.
Hey, it's Jerry.
Yeah, Yuri. Says, so, if you're ever going to do Freedom Month again, then you should do it correctly. And with irony. So here are my suggestions for Freedom Month. 5 movies with the word freedom in their title. Caged Heat 2, Stripped of Freedom. An epic sequel 2 decades in the making. Do it. Or at least do the first one, because you guys don't do enough 70s exploitation as it is.
Yeah.
Can't argue that. Lust for Freedom. Another prison movie with chicks. Released but not made by Troma. Known in Hong Kong as Sex Prison.
I am also known in Hong Kong as Sex Prison.
Yeah.
Because you know how we love our rapey movies. So,
Boy,
Yeah.
do we.
next. Ferocious Female Freedom Fighters. So Troma got the rights to a terrible Indonesian film and redubbed it. I don't know about you guys, but I want to see that. Mr. Freedom from 1969. Dated political satire is always something. Am I right?
That's Freedom's
No.
father, Mr. Freedom.
Please.
And lastly,
Mr. Freedom is my father.
Dr. Freedom. I have earned my degree. And you've called
Mr.
me.
Freedom Esquire. Thank you very much.
Lastly, Freedom Strike.
Ooh.
Now, I'm not a big Dudikoff guy, but you guys sure seem to like him. Or his movies. Or that one movie. Anyway, here's a Dudikoff movie co-starring Tone Loc. Yes, Tone Loc. Just at the peak of his career in 1998. Can't go wrong with that. And that is not the peak of his career. But
No.
yeah. So after March to Costco's, April, Fred Olin May, Nin June, True Julies, where you watch True Lies for 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and August 2, if you might consider doing that batch of a movie, huh?
Yay.
No
Sorry.
August 2.
What?
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 You don't want August?
I don't know if
I
we
don't-
should
I don't
August
want
again.
August.
You don't get... No.
I do like the idea of doing Ninja Live.
I like Ninja July.
Because, I mean, it basically means I'm okay with theme months as long as we're not like forcing ourselves to watch movies we really don't want to watch.
I know.
That's the problem with
The
August.
problem is the better the better the pun or portmanteau,
I
the
know.
worse the month.
But
Like,
we want to
But
watch
Ninja July
Spooky
would
Buddies.
be great. That's 4 ninja movies or
Yeah.
5 ninja
But
movies.
Spooky Buddies.
Fuck buddies, man. Fuck. No,
I
would
would
watch
I
Fuck
would-
Buddies.
they made 2 of those
Not with
movies a
you.
couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, they did. They came out like weeks apart.
Yeah.
It was like K9 and Turner and Hooch.
Yeah.
Both starring the women from Black Swan.
And Yuri has a PS email that came right after. It said, and as far as March to Costco's goes, I'd like to recommend DNA from 1997. It's one of those A Monster is Loose in a Research Facility movies with Mark as a scientist that no one takes seriously until it's too late. He has that all in italics. You know the type. But as far as those go, it's not a bad one. And it's also a Predator ripoff. Crash and Bandicoot, Steve like the bird seagull, sent from Bulgaria via the Ponytail Express.
We have
I didn't authorize your use of the Ponytail Express.
we have DNA ready to go whenever you're ready.
Okay, good.
If we need,
Are you talking about the movie? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm not volunteering my DNA. Just
Getting all flustered here,
gets
Chuck.
all over the place. What?
All right. Next up, we got a short one from Josh from Corpus Christi, your friend and mine,
He is.
our crooner Josh. I will note this was sent at about 4:32 in the morning.
Oh dear. Oh
Says, I'd buy the shit out of them shirts. Put that in your pipe and do whatever the fuck you want with it. I ain't your mom, kid. Now get the fuck out of here. I got to see someone about some shit that don't concern you. Jay. Sent from my who gives a goddamn shitting nipple fuck. Just kidding, it's my Sega Nomad. Just kidding, it's my Atari Lynx. Go home, seriously. Daddy's trying to score.
All right.
Thanks, Josh.
dear. Wow.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's another tick mark on the shirts want list.
He would buy the fuck out of him.
We need,
Yes.
we need to work on that.
Yeah.
We got a lot in the pipeline we need to work on.
And we're going to smoke it.
We need
Like
to-
another
we-
voicemail.
We need to quit some jobs. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, seriously. Hit that donate button, everybody.
Yeah.
So we can quit.
All right. I assume the one from 29.
Yes.
Okay.
617 area code.
All right. Voicemail time. I didn't know if we had a clean intro.
Hello, gents of the BMF. It's Melvin, awaited acquisition. I just finished watching Action USA, and wow, that was awesome. That was amazing. I had no idea that movie existed until you guys pointed it out, and I'm glad you did because, Jesus, it was just fantastic. And that opening, the way those guys kept putting just random things on the road while that guy's driving on the sidewalk. Somebody just leaves a dumpster, then walks away. Someone leaves a trash bag. The way they just kept putting just things for the guy to smash into, just fantastic. And that opening, driving while drinking a beer, no seatbelts, something that you just don't see anymore. Man, it's amazing. And the way they take themselves in terms of stunts, like they didn't blow their wad in the first 10 minutes, even though it looks like they did. They take some of the big stunts for the last 10 minutes of the movie. Like that guy falling in slow motion for almost 10 seconds before he slams into that car. And those guys on fire falling off the bridge. Just amazing. Fantastic. So, good recommend. And while I was watching that, I saw a trailer for something called Black Eagle. Not Order of the Black Eagle, which I know you guys reviewed, and that was a fun review. But just Black Eagle, featuring Sho Kosugi,
young up-and-coming Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm guessing mid-'80s. I had no information on it because I just discovered it, but King Kosugi, Shio's son, is in it, and he looks to be about the same age as he was in Revenge of the Ninja, so I'm guessing it's from that time period. But I wanted to know if you guys have heard of that, and if you have, do you think you'll get around to doing a review on that? So that's all for now. Bye.
Random button press going there. But yeah, we actually saw that trailer, I believe, on that tape.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know we saw the Black Eagle trailer at some point, and I'm pretty sure it was when we watched our tape of Action USA, so he probably has a similar copy to us.
That's probably the one marked action. Like, with the sticker that says
Yeah.
action. Love that. Double Action USA.
It's for those who don't appreciate the obviousness.
Right. Yeah, it's a possible Ninja Lie movie?
It's not really.
No, it's not ninjas?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
It's.
I just hear Sho Kazuki, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
I vaguely remember Black Eagle. I think Jean-Claude is barely in it, and it's one of those where they just hyped him up later after the fact, like he's in it. I think it's all like Middle Eastern Europe, just sort of like shitty, burned out building crappiness. I don't remember a lot about it.
maybe we'll sample it, see
Yeah,
if it's
we
worth
can
doing.
watch that trailer again.
Yeah. We will research.
Yeah,
Find
right.
out more.
Yeah, it's not a definite.
Thanks,
no.
Mel. All right. Next up is Pally,
Hey, Pally.
who says recommendations for Live Free or Recommend Hard. Sup, Bamfcasters. So I've discovered a tragedy among tragedies that you guys have only reviewed one Reb Brown movie. You are the Hunter from the Future. The man is a treasure trove of amazing acting that never fails to disappoint. A select choice few of his amazing body of work. Both 1979 made-for-TV Captain America movies, Captain America and Captain America 2, Death Too Soon. Reb plays Steve Rogers / Captain as he rides around on a patriotic motorcycle and fights crime using a giant plastic frisbee painted to look like Captain's signature frisbee. Skip the first one, though, because he's really only Captain for about 20 minutes or so at the end. Ugh. 1985's Howling 2, My Sister is a Werewolf, a.k.a. Howling 2, Sturbo Werewolf Bitch, the better title in my opinion. No, that first title's awesome. I will accept no other. Reb teams up with Christopher fucking Lee to fight a coven of orgiastic werewolves led by Sybil Danning. Bonus points for A, topless Sybil Danning, when you still wanted that sort of thing, and B, the fact that Christopher Lee infiltrates an 80s rock club wearing the most misshapen pair of sunglasses to ever oddly sit on a person's head. Chuck knows a lot about Howling 2.
I do,
My
yeah.
Sister is a Werewolf.
We could watch that. It's pretty goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in Howling 8.
Oh, Christ.
Christ. I just love to trigger that in your brain, that pain. Just
It is
bring
great.
it right
It
back.
is great to just mention the latter howlings and watch Chuck's face
Chuck
contort.
go, no!
I'm just thinking about Sybil
Stupid
Danning. I'm just thinking
Australians.
about Sybil Danning. I'm just thinking about Sybil
PHSD.
Danning.
Yep. 1988's Space Mutiny. It's kind of cheating since this film was arguably one of the best MST3K episodes, but goddamn if I can't help but love it. Reb is the security leader on a colonial spaceship when a coup erupts and shit starts just going cray-cray, including a sequence involving 80s new wave chicks with psychic powers, and a chase sequence involving motorized airport carts with shit glued on them to make them look like futurized motorized airport carts. All right, God. Too many adjectives. I ran out of breath to finish all his adjectives. And my personal favorites, 1989's Cage and 1994's Cage 2, co-starring the Lou Ferrigno as Reb's Vietnam Army buddy who suffered brain damage after being shot in the fucking head at the beginning of the movie. The two open a bar together but have to become cage fighters in order to take down a group of mobsters. The sequel involves one of the best uses of a model helicopter ever to adorn films, and I will leave it at that. You should also watch 1973's but not as much for Reb, since I'm pretty sure he's just there to be the movie's first kill. See you guys in Robert Zadarch. Crash and burn. Pally out. Sent from my small plastic toy cellophane filled with candy.
Ooh, candy.
Yeah.
Oh, Chuck knows.
Yeah, I watched also.
Yeah, you
that was last
did a
year's
review on that
31,
one.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that one get taken down, or is that one that stayed up?
It got taken down.
That sucks.
Universal said,
Boo.
take that shit
Yes.
offline.
I hate that, man.
But yeah, I think that's Reb's first movie. So,
Okay.
yeah. But he's right. Reb Brown is ridiculous in a fun
I know.
way in everything that he does.
And it seems weird that we haven't touched on him. I don't know why.
I would watch those Cage movies. Those sound great.
Cage does sound pretty good.
Because just like open a bar and then you got a cage box of mobsters or something with your buddy who's been shot in the head. Sure.
Your buddy Lou Ferrigno,
Right.
who's been shot in the head.
Yeah.
That would explain his speech pattern.
Yeah, I guess it would.
Oh,
Poor Lou Ferrigno.
What?
Yes, poor Lou Ferrigno.
all right. Next one up is from Scott.
Dallas?
This time in Delaware.
Whoa.
He says, "Hey, BMF Castaways,
He gets
it's
around.
Scott, the one in Delaware. I have a topic for discussion I wanted to throw out, but first I have to recommend a movie since it's set in your home state and is from the 80s. It's called The New Kids from 1985, and it's basically what you'd get if you asked John Hughes to make an ABC after-school special based on Deliverance. A few highlights. James Spader is the sleazy and psychotic villain, arguably one of the most evil characters he's ever played. And that is saying something.
Yes.
Full House's Lori Loughlin as the target of Spader's gang. Cameo by Tom Atkins in an 80s training montage, no less, with possible Stargrove potential. Third act finale set in a carnival, but I won't say anything more on that. Available on Crackle.
Sweet.
And he said, for some reason, it's sometimes called Striking Back.
What was the original title?
The New Kids.
The New Kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you seen it, Chuck? You're
I
acting as if you have.
Yeah, there's two Spader movies that came out around the same time, that and Tough Turf.
Yeah.
And I always mixed up which one Spader was the good guy and which one he was the bad guy, because they're almost the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kids being menaced by other shitty kids.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's the one where Spader's the evil one. And Tough Turf is when he's the good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've wanted to do Tough Turf for a while.
Yeah, it's a great title.
Yeah.
Tough Turf.
Yeah, he says, on to the topic. I'm sorry if you've already covered it, but there are movies that virtually everyone has seen and are often quoted and or referenced regardless of how old they are. Jaws, Star Wars, or Psycho, for example. Yet I think we all have a few movies we somehow managed to not see or didn't get around to seeing until many years later, no matter how popular they ever became. Question, what are some iconic movies you've never actually seen or didn't get around to seeing until long after they became iconic? Okay, guys, that's all I have for now. I have to get back to planning a wedding with my busty fiance because I love her melons, but we can't elope. Scott B. out. Try the veal. Don't forget to tip your waitress.
I'll be here all week. See the previous 200 and something episodes for all of my answers to that question.
Mine is Princess Bride. I didn't see it until basically I was too old to have any sort of appreciation for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I don't have any appreciation for it.
It's so sad.
I know. It's fine, though.
It's kind of sad.
It's pretty sad. I don't know. I still have some big gaping movies that I've never seen that I feel like I mean, just holes in the
Just go
Gaps,
say the movie.
Just
Yeah.
gaping wide.
Yeah. It's just funny. You want me to say it
Wide
differently? Back it up. I'll say it different.
You'll back it up for the gaping movies.
I have plenty of movies in my film history that I still haven't seen that are pretty big movies that I don't know why I haven't ever sat down and watched them. Well, I've never actually seen Midnight Run. Or not Midnight Run.
Midnight Express?
Midnight Express.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never seen Midnight Run either, but that's different.
But you've seen The Cable Guy,
yes.
so you've seen a scene from Midnight
Yes.
Express.
I get things
Yeah,
that happen in
exactly.
it because, people talk about things. But I've never actually seen Lawrence of Arabia.
That's fair.
Is it? I don't know.
A lot of people haven't.
Yeah.
Well,
it's long.
It is
It's
long.
long, but I mean, I've watched a lot of movies like that. I mean, I've seen Dr. Zhivago more than once, and fuck that movie. Just fuck that movie forever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. I've seen a lot of movies like that. It's just that it's supposedly one of the better ones I never got around to seeing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's. I guess it'd make more sense to talk about ones that came out and that I had a chance to see when they were new.
Right.
And both of those other ones I just mentioned really weren't. I wasn't the right age for them.
Right. Yeah. I think I'm in some sort of pattern of where I haven't seen an actual Best Picture winner in 20 years.
Wait, what? Really?
Something stupid like that, where not by choice, just somehow it started working out that whatever would win Best Picture, I did not see. So,
Speaking of that, I saw 12 Years a Slave before I went on vacation. That deserved to win Best Picture.
okay,
That is a phenomenally well-made movie that I never, ever want to watch again.
great.
Because that is rough movie.
Sounds
But it's really good. But yeah, we were supposed to see Wolf of Wall Street, but then they changed the time and we didn't make it. So.
Oh.
But yeah, so I've seen a Best Picture winner.
good job.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet, but What was the year before?
Fuck.
Anyone?
I know.
Yeah.
Fast 5.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Should have
it.
been.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like Titanic and
You never seen
You
Titanic?
haven't seen
Nope.
Titanic?
never saw Titanic.
Wow. Okay.
There
That's
were,
one of those that you can't. You like. It's impossible to avoid.
I mean, I feel like
the
I know.
cultural touchstone.
Yeah,
well,
I-
you know,
you
in
do
the-
know how
in
it
the
ends.
quotes.
Yes, I
Yeah,
mean, I feel like I know that movie start to finish. I just
History.
there get to be certain movies that become so dominant in everyone talking about them that I'm just like, I need to wait, and then I need to wait till
I think some time has gone by on Titanic.
it has. But then, like, as soon as I was getting close, they were like, Titanic in 3D, and I'm like, son of a
I think
bitch.
you should be a Titanic hipster and go see Pompeii.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland's in that.
He is.
That's right. You're the motherfucker that's like, I want to go see it now because Kiefer Sutherland. I'm like, shut
Yeah.
up, Chuck.
By the way, Argo won last year.
I've seen Argo.
I didn't see Argo.
I have not seen Argo.
Argo was pretty good. I don't know if it
Oh,
was.
good. Man, I'm 2 years in a row now. I haven't seen the Best Picture.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah.
But yeah, there's every year, whatever they say the top 5 important movies are, I'm just like, I didn't see that.
Well, I was like that when I was just updating my letterbox list and looking and going through like Oscar winner lists. And like there's a period from I think it's 88 to 93 where basically every picture that was nominated for Best Picture, I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
And like don't even have a recollection of anything about them.
Yeah. It's like the English Patient era.
Ugh.
Bleh.
Yeah, I never
That
saw
was
that. either.
96.
Okay.
I know.
Didn't see it.
Okay. It's pretty good.
But yeah, but then once like 94 hits, that's like, oh yeah, I've seen that and that and that and that.
And it's not like it's not that I'm avoiding them, because there's no way for me to know when they come out that they're going to win Best Picture and then I don't see it. It's just that something about these movies that are winning are not something that I'm like, I got to see that, because there's just so much stuff that I need to see. I'm still working through the list of stuff I want to see. So,
I've been pleasantly surprised, though, in the last few years. Like, when I used to try to marathon at least, like, the major Oscar movies before they'd happen, just because I kind of wanted to see them before they happened.
Remember
Just-
you did that, what, last year or the year before?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've tried to keep up, but then it got, like, when they started the 10 nominees, I was like, fuck it, I
Yeah.
can't. I just can't keep up with this. But, like, there are pleasant gems in there. Like, on paper, I would have been like, fuck, I'm never, ever watching Frost Nixon. It's a good movie. It's
Yeah.
a really good movie.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like,
it's fine.
yeah, like King's Speech. I again was like on paper. I was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
Never ever need to see that. Pretty damn good movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, just sometimes those movies, it's like, oh, okay, that is you know. Sometimes that's what awards shows can do. Is like, hey, no, give this movie a try. It probably doesn't look like everything on paper, but there's a reason people talk about it. Sometimes.
But I mean, like a few months ago when I did, like, I need to sit down and make a list of all the 80s movies I've never actually really seen start to finish. And it's like Flashdance and Footloose and things that people have seen a million times. And then, sitting down to watch them, and like in the back of my head, I know that something is about to happen, but I'm calling it. But like when they have this this tractor chicken fight in Footloose, and I'm like, I didn't know it was coming, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, are they about to have a tractor chicken fight and they're going to play that song? And it's like, that's what they do. And so I mean, like, you sort of soak in this information over time, but just not knowing where it's from or why.
Well, that was my Fargo experience.
Yeah, I mean,
Along
you
with
just,
my Usual Suspects experience.
yeah, you just see bits and pieces, and people talk about stuff and parody
That's
stuff.
how I'm with
and-
Citizen Kane. I've never actually seen Citizen Kane from start to finish. I've just seen bits and pieces here and there, and I know, obviously, so much that happens in that movie. But
Yeah.
it's one of those where it's like, okay, I've never seen it,
Yeah.
and it feels like a gap that I should probably fill in at some point. But
Those are easy. Those movies back then were usually pretty short.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right.
So hopefully we answered his question
Probably,
we
and
did.
then some. Yeah.
sufficiently.
We have 2 more voicemails. I don't know how many more emails we have.
Yeah, go ahead with the voicemails.
Okay, I got a short voicemail here. I will go ahead and play.
Hey, BMFcast, this is Sunny California calling saying that I would buy a BMFcast shirt for about $20 before shipping. I would also then buy a BMFcast bumper sticker to stick onto water bottles, cars, doors, and my enemies. About $2 at the pop before shipping. Have a great day. Oh, and thanks for another Black History Month podcast. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's he talking about? We didn't talk about Oh, we did Blaxploitation History Month. Okay,
Yeah.
it's different. All right. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. Well, that's good. I guess we have somebody
Another
not ju-
vote for buying
Yeah, not
stuff.
just saying I'll buy stuff, but maybe we need a level like where we need to try to set the prices.
Yeah.
That gets tricky, because
I know. That's,
I mean,
that's what's tough because you don't want to rip people off, but you don't want to
Oh, I want to
make it so much of a pain in the ass that it's not worth doing.
Right.
Sneakily
exactly.
rip people off. Like,
Well, I mean, the inside baseball of it all is really like you've got to you want to make just a little bit of money, but you also have to think about it's also advertising. You know,
Yeah.
when someone's walking around and
Yeah.
like, clever, sure. What does that mean?
yeah, we want to give people a product that they want at a value that is good for them, that is also profitable for us.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that
We want to get rich.
we want to pay our bills,
We want to pay our bills.
our BMFcast bills, because I have a regular job for the other bills.
Right.
I
Bills.
don't have any money left over
Yeah.
after that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I got a short one from Pierre. It says, "Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys.
Hey guys,
As always, I love the podcast, and you've touched on it before, but topical with the Robot Cop stuff. What are your opinions on squibs? I hate the new digital stuff. I miss the old Verhoeven level of exploding flesh. I think it was Chuck that said the Total Recall saw a guy get turned into a wet newspaper." I don't remember if I said that or not.
I think it was you.
Yeah.
You were talking about Total
Fucking
Recall.
love
But it's
his
weird. We
squibs.
just brought that up
Yeah.
tonight.
He says there's a point to this, I think, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't emailed in a while. Opinions on the lack of old school squibs in new movies. I know it's a small detail, but I miss them. Discuss and keep up the awesome work, Pierre.
Squib's
I
good.
think I'm okay with CG blood as long as it's an enhancement. I think the better ones I've seen, it looks like they've used squibs as well, and then just used CG to enhance it because I've seen ones that I'm pretty sure are combos because you don't necessarily want to have a big enough explosion to have the blood fly out that like could hurt the stuntman or whatever.
Yeah.
But they can use CG because it's like, okay, well, this is what it looks like, and then now just enhance it and add more.
You can break the fabric,
Yes.
but then like paint in the blood.
Right.
But like watching RoboCop, the squibs in that movie, I'm pretty sure those were more painful to the actors than actually getting shot. I mean, when a squib is done right in a movie, it's like I know it's a squib, I know it's a special effect, but Jesus, I mean, these things
Yeah.
are just fucking exploding.
That's Verhoeven, man. I love the way that guy uses them.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And I don't know what it is, if it's just that they're, like you said, that they're just loaded with more explosive in them or more blood in them or something.
Yeah.
But just the way they tear the fabric coming out, it looks awesome, and it sells that level of violence in those movies on a level that that CGI never will for me.
Right.
Even enhanced ones. I mean, my girlfriend, my wife now, when we were watching Walking Dead the other night, and they're walking on and they're smashing a zombie with something, and there's CG blood spraying up. She's like, why do they have to use
God,
CG?
I hate it.
Yeah.
Why can't they just use real stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff's cheap, right? I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't know either. I don't get it.
Yeah. I just, when I see a physical effect, I can still go, that looks like it hurts. If I see a computer effect, I'm like, that's a computer effect. That actor is totally fine.
Yeah.
It's a suspension of disbelief thing that a practical special effect, and I know we've talked about this before, but a practical effect, especially like a bullet squib, is like, that guy probably got hurt.
Well, yeah. Well, and a
That
person is
stings.
going to react from something
Yeah.
popping off of them.
Right. It's
God
not just like,
damn,
now.
you're gonna jerk.
It's like,
Yeah. And what I don't get is how. Think about how far CGI has come in the 20 years since it was introduced.
Yeah.
How have we not figured this out yet?
Yeah.
How does it still look fake? That's what I don't understand about it. I'd be fine with it if it didn't
because
look so
fluid
fake.
dynamics is incredibly difficult to
Yeah,
model.
but I mean, I was going to say to that point though, like I am always amazed when I find out something was CG that I was like, really? Like talking about fluid things is a Beautiful Mind. If anybody actually seen it here,
I've seen it.
I have seen it.
Okay, well, there's the scene where there's in his state of mind, it's like he's almost drowns the baby because he doesn't realize what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Completely, there was no water in the tub,
Oh.
and you would not know it from looking at that scene. I mean, there was a baby sitting in a tub, no water. It was all CG. I mean, that was like one of the things I found out. I was like, well, that makes sense because you don't want to possibly drown an infant, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was just like, holy shit, okay, wow,
Well, it's like they say, the best effects are the ones you didn't even know were effects.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Last email. We got a voicemail, but Last email is from Scott from Dallas.
Now he's in Dallas.
Yes, this is the Scott from Dallas.
Oh, the Scott.
Not
from
Scott
Dallas.
from Delaware.
The grim,
Scott,
reboot.
he's Scott
Yes.
1, not Scott 2.
Okay.
And the title of this is Streets of Fire.
Okay.
Alamo
yes.
Draft House has this thing they're doing where they're showing the top 100 movies throughout the year. And I've been going to the one in Dallas, which recently opened. Not too long ago, they showed a little movie called Streets of Fire as part of their top 100. Had the unfortunate luck of coming out a week after Temple of Doom, the week of Star Trek 3, and the week before Ghostbusters and Gremlins. That's why you probably haven't heard of it. This movie is fucking amazing and right up your alley. It takes place in a version of 1950s, which is as broken down and dirty as RoboCop's Detroit. Willem Dafoe plays the leader of a biker gang who kidnaps Rick Moranis' girlfriend, Diane Lane. Bill Paxton gets punched out numerous times. Everything is flammable. All bullets are high explosive rounds. The fight at the end is unlike anything else I've ever even heard of. Dafoe's character is fucking insane. It is shot and scored like an actual good movie, but I think the dialogue and plot are enough to edge it into your podcast territory. There's a European Blu-ray, but America got shafted via an HD DVD release.
Huh.
I'm sure you can find a way, though. Crash and Burn, Scott from Dallas.
You just find that cheap HD DVD.
Yeah.
I'll hook back up that player.
Yeah, Streets of Fire has been on the list for ages. And it's one of those just I don't know why the time hasn't felt right
Yeah.
for it. But yeah, it's one of those where we're like, yeah, everything we want is in this movie. And we know it.
Yeah.
So is it actually considered bad, or is it just kind of forgotten?
It's
It's
not,
considered crazy.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just one of those like this is not an A-list movie. This is
Okay.
a B-list genre.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Second build double feature type movie.
Yeah. Sounds
It's
good.
something we would like.
All
It's
right.
got young Diane Lane. That's a good thing.
I like all manner of Diane
Oh,
Lane.
yeah. Well, the young one's pretty hot. Yep.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah. The young one's pretty hot.
Why would you go there? Like that was the first thing that comes to your mind.
It wasn't. Diane
Oh.
Lane was the first thing. That came
Oh,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
I had to talk myself down.
Sure.
So we have one more voicemail.
We do. Let's play it.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to marginally celebrate a living legend who was taken to a farm too soon by a man who had a swarmy jerk face. Growing up as a youngster, crawling around the rough streets of 20XX Jacksonville, Florida, young Mackie didn't find success in everything he did. In little Mackie's formative years, he may have been known for having a 1.4 GPA in the classroom, but his mother always said he had a 4.1 GPA in life. As fate would have it, the undeveloped Mackie would find his calling later in life. His charisma would bring him to co-host two wildly mediocre podcasts, whereas Mackie once said, if there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say. Mackie will be remembered for his run-of-the-mill movie reviews of what can only be described as a subpar gaming score on Xbox Live. He leaves behind a very sad and distraught moon pier, as well as numerous pinball tables who never got to feel his rough but surprisingly passionate embrace. We can only hope Mackie is with the BMFcast216 who have passed on to other farms, playing that 5-jock Adams family pinball table in the sky. And so, Theodore Donald Mackie, in accordance with what we think your dying wishes might well have been, we can make your final mortal remains to the bosom of the Williams Collection pinball table, which you love so well. Good night, sweet prince. And in closing, fuck you, Chuck. You know what you did. Dictated but not read. He instantly live in Ohio, set up my deck in Warsaw.
Best sign out ever. Yes.
I had
That
to
is-
save that one for last.
That is the best voicemail that I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
There's
It's-
nothing will.
It's
nothing will
actually
surpass
pretty
it.
accurate. So,
Oh, that's good.
yeah. But I'm back. Back
Guess
from the
who's
dead.
back?
Zombie kill.
Not the head. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I don't know what to say to that one, but thanks.
Hey,
I
someone
can- I
cared
can-
enough
I
to
can-
eulogize
I
you.
can message Moonpier and say, hey, I'm still alive. Don't
Oh.
sweat it.
Rumors of your demise were greatly exaggerated.
Yeah. I did visit a farm. It was nice.
Did you run free?
I did with all the other little podcasters that were there.
This is actually really not Mackie. We just got a Mackie that
Yeah.
looks just like him. We went to the store. And we're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, just give us another one. It doesn't,
Yeah.
They're all the same.
We got
Mackie
Dick Sargent or
Simulacrum.
Dick York or whoever the other
I
Darren
like
was.
that my middle name is now Donald.
Donald?
Isn't it Theodore Donald now?
Yeah.
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 You're Ted Donald.
Ted
Yeah,
Donald.
I figured I'd be Ted.
From accounting.
Ted Don.
If only I worked in accounting.
There's still time.
Yeah, you go be a detective. You go get that job in accounting.
Oh man, then we could be partners.
Yes. You can be his
He's a
accountant.
crazy accountant. He's a by the book detective. They're about to find out.
Let's workshop that one.
Cracking
Yeah.
cases isn't all it's cracked
I'm
up to
working
be.
on the names. That's where it starts. Once you have the names of the two people,
Yeah.
it's the Rizzoli and I. It just writes itself.
Abacus and guns.
No, that's a blaxploitation movie.
Oh, well, all
Theodore
right.
Abacus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
PhD.
we'll have to work on that.
Teddy A.
Teddy. Teddy.
Tederick.
So,
Yeah, how about
PJ.
some contact information?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, it's super easy. Go to the website, bmfcast.com. Check out the buttons on the right-hand side. That will lead you to all of our social information, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube,
MySpace.
Adult Friend Finder.
No.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, our LinkedIn profile
Sure.
for the
Vine.
podcast.
Endorse
our
us.
Vine, our Garfield.com username. And speaking of Garfield, you should definitely give us a call on the Garfield phone, the BAMcast hotline, 9105-JOCKS-BMF, 910-556-9263. Give us a ring. Keep it short and sweet. Or if it's going to be long, it better be awesome.
That's what she said.
Don't I know it?
Yes.
What?
And please go on iTunes, leave us a review. It helps push us up in the rankings and the ratings and all that stuff.
And it makes us feel good.
Be our ranking push-up bra.
It's 5 years. We haven't held. We're still holding out hope that we might get in the new and notable section.
That would be neat.
Well, we would have
Yeah,
to
I
also
think
be
we'll-
new.
We'd have to be the notable. Yes,
I
yeah.
was
The
gonna say,
new. I mean,
notable is all we're getting.
Yeah.
here is again for the first time.
Right.
Here's this new podcast that happens to have 215 episodes.
Yeah. And look at this. You can catch up on all these back episodes they have.
could you imagine
just don't listen
starting-
to this first few.
No.
It's like 300 something hours now at this point. It's crazy.
Hey, some people take cross-country trips.
Ugh. That's a lot of cross country trips, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get out of here, shall we?
Yes.
All right.
I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
And I'm Chuck.
And this is Bamfcast Out.
So long, farewell.
Good night, sweet.
The secret ingredient is podcast. Yeah. Yes.
It's still one of my favorite videos ever.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so
That's a good idea.
I've never seen
I
an
like it.
episode of Iron Chef.
I've
Really?
seen
I've
2 or 3.
once or twice, but I've never seen full.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
I saw the barbecue version of Iron
I didn't know
Chef.
that was where that was from because I've heard that as a meme thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was part of one of those animated gifs with sound.
I didn't even know he was on that show when I was just Food Network was on or something, and I saw him. I was like, "Why is Mark Dacascos on this Food Network show?" And my wife was like, "He's the Iron Chef." I'm like, "What? No, he's not. He's a martial art guy. He kicks people in the butt."
All right, shutting it all down. No after show banter this time.
Good night,
The whole
everyone.
second
Good
half.
night.
The whole second half was after show banter.
Yeah,
So
it's all.
it's all banter.
It's all
Good night, everyone. Good to be back.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
later.
Whale.